All right, welcome back to Primarily Speaking, show where we love to talk shit, but all kind of topics, including entertainment, sports, politics, community, and a whole bunch of random shit. I am your host with the most, man with the gas, Mr. Poppin' Two Quarters. Let me get in that ass. It is your boy Wild Willer himself, Prime in the building, and Azul to the 25.
That's what's up, dog. That's what I talking about. We back, baby, and I am the total package Rex Darrow, doing it again with the fellas, the weekenders. We all in one place for the first time in a long time. I can't even remember how long it's been. I don't remember how long it's been. We need more introductions, and we need them right now.
Hell yeah, baby. It's Hannibal Vanderbilt, your down south Georgia boy, representing that 229. Y'all already know what the business is. I'm bringing you nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and straight up the facts, baby. Go ahead and pass it on to my boy, the other half of the weekenders.
Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Alabama Slammer. Q the Body Brown in the building, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go. All right, man.
My man, I forgot to say the Space Champs. But
whatever the fuck, man. We gonna settle that later. We'll settle that shit later. We settle that motherfucker
We gonna do that later,
the
though.
first part of the day, though.
Fellas, how's it been, man? We hadn't had a show in 2 weeks, man. You know, last week was Labor Day weekend. We had to take a week off. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to rest.
Yeah.
Get that Labor Day love like we supposed to get, man. But we back in the building. We back in the building once again. And how y'all week been? How y'all last couple weeks been, I should say. I'm gonna start with you, Rex.
I'm always walking on sunshine. It's always good. Yeah, man, I mean to do that behind the mic, but
Sure, you're right.
That's fine. But
Sure, you're right.
yeah, man, everything been good, man. Got the kids back off to school. That's a dangerous thing to think about, but it's all good right now. So
True indeed. What's up, Hannibal? How y'all last couple weeks been?
Man, everything been going good, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to say I'm so happy that my stepdad is recovering from COVID-19.
Oh, that's what's up.
He's out of the hospital. And just happy to be able to call my mom and not hear her sound sad over the phone because I was ready to go home.
Oh man,
yeah,
it's like that? That's serious?
I didn't like hear my mom sound sad like that.
Hey, man.
It sucks when you always away from home
Mm-hmm.
and you're a family oriented person. But,
Well, that's good, man. I'm happy to hear, man. Your people's doing better, man.
Yep.
Happy to hear that, man. The body, how's it been?
Man, it's been bullshit, I tell you that.
Oh, goddamn. Shit. What's going
I am
on?
ready to get back home to work from home permanently.
Oh, you want to work from home, perfect?
Yeah, I'm tired of going in the office, tired of dealing with people. I ain't got time for that.
You don't like motherfuckers. That's what you
I'm
said.
getting tired of the shit, man.
Man, you
Think
don't
about-
have time, man.
Hey, man, that's
that's the reason why. Yeah, close the door.
Hey,
I don't want to be
my
bothered.
door can be closed all day. I can be at home all day.
God damn, man. Shit.
I don't blame you.
But other than that, man, everything been good, man. We're still chilling with the boys. Everybody here, we blessed, man.
That's what's
We're
up.
having a good time.
That's what's up, man. I'm with Rex, man. His kids are back in school. We doing the all virtual thing. It's been an adjustment, but we getting it together. We are getting it together. Kids is falling in line and shit like that. There's some little bumps in the road, but we getting over all that shit. So, you know what I mean? School is back in full swing, man. Other than that, ain't really shit been going on for me. That's my focus, been getting them kids ready for school. And
Some
shit,
of the
man.
kids been falling back in line. We gonna talk about them college kids
Oh,
later.
we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that in a minute, man. But
hard-headed is as hard-headed does. Yeah, because a hard head make it so fast.
I'm gonna tell you, man, all in all though, life has just been good. You know what I mean? Like things are progressing and shit's good, man. I think shit's good, man. I think shit has been good, man.
Love
So
to hear that.
like I said, I'm happy to be back in the Chuck, man. We filming this week in the Chuck, man, with the fellas live and in person. It's been a minute since we had a live session together, man. So this should be real interesting. This should be real good.
Yeah.
Y'all boy ready to jump in this motherfucker
Yeah,
shit?
we're going to another 100.
Let's go, man. Random news, man. First off, I want to talk about this real quick because I know it's been like a little bit over a week, but we know that the Kentucky, I don't know if it was the Attorney General or some attorneys in Kentucky on behalf of the police officers offered Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend, I forget his name right now, a deal as long as he says that Breonna Taylor was a member of his syndicate, so to speak, or whatever the case may be, allegedly and shit like that. And he was like, nah, fuck that. She ain't had nothing to do with this, man. I don't know what y'all boy talking about, man. To me, it feel like the cops are trying to do anything they can do to make it seem like they ain't did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to implicate her as a criminal to say that, well, we did the right thing. And that shit ain't going over too well for them niggas, man.
Them boys,
That shit is not going over well for them niggas, man.
since Mike Brown and the young man down from Florida got killed, them boys do anything they can do to throw dirty your name, to dirty you up.
Discredit you, dog.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. That's what they do, you know. But you can't allow that to happen. I mean, we already know what time it is. These police just burst into this young lady's home and just kill her in cold blood while she was sleeping, man. Got to be some type of justice behind that.
I don't know why they can't just man up to the fact that they made a fucking mistake. Y'all made a mistake. Suffer the
And
consequences.
it's obvious that
Because
it was
they
a mistake.
cowards.
Because they already had the young man in custody.
In custody.
And then you go to this house with a no-knock warrant, and you blindly let shots go.
Hey, off, man. What the fuck?
That's
You know
that
a lot of-
Desperado motherfucker.
You know, a lot of them boy had their eyes closed when they were shooting.
You know,
Hey, you remember on Desperado when he's talking about how he shot and he missed everything? With the pitch, he missed everything. He missed everything. That's how blind they was shooting out there. They was just
you
out
know what it
there.
reminded me of? Remember the dude back in about 3-4 years ago, the guy got pulled over by the cop up in the Midlands,
Yeah,
upstate area
yeah, yeah.
at the gas
Oh
station.
yeah, and he went back in his car for the ID. Yeah.
Asked him for his ID, go to the car to get his ID.
And
The
he
boy fired
Right.
15 rounds.
Let
15
off.
rounds to hit the man twice in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Non-shooting
They
ass
just had
niggas.
this
That's what they
other-
was.
And he was less than 10 feet away from motherfucker.
Non-shooting
He
ass.
closed his eyes,
You
dog.
just
He closed
reminded
his
me of
eyes.
something that I forgot to
But
tell you.
think about this. He did
What's
it at a
that?
gas
I'm gonna
station.
finish first.
Right. Exactly. At a gas station.
Yeah.
You just fired.
You know, he could have hit something.
Could have a gas tank or some shit.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, you right.
You never hear about cops getting arrested for negligence. Though.
I ain't thought about that shit. You right. Y'all right about that shit. I ain't thought about that. You about to say something?
I forgot to tell y'all, man. I seen this thing. I haven't gotten all the information for it, but I think it was Clayton County. A young man was arrested. What happened was the Lyft driver was pulled over, and the young man was arrested. All they're saying right now is because he didn't have his ID, and he was arrested in front of his kid. But I'm like, why are you needing to see his ID? He's not
That's a
driving.
passenger. Yeah.
He's got to live.
What that hasn't. What was the charge? You know what the charge was?
I don't know what his charge was. I just saw the updates on Twitter, and I was trying to track it down. And when I went to Google it, it kept giving me like the same information that was put on Twitter. So I
See,
was like, dang.
That's one of them situations where the person being arrested don't know their rights,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and so the police take advantage of them and
Yeah.
lock them up anyway for whatever the fuck they want to charge them with.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is fucked up. But that's what they do, right? That's what the fuck them niggas
You got to
do,
know
man.
your rights, man. Gotta
Just
know
like-
your rights.
Just like the police that y'all heard about Golds Barton. She had a 13-year-old son, and she called the police to have them. He was having an episode. He was an autistic child.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would have an episode, and she called the police to come and she called 911 and asked them to send somebody to help her son. Police came. They went in the house. She let them know that he was not dangerous. He was just autistic and having an episode. But she said that like 5 minutes after them going in the house, all they heard was something about drop that, blah, 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 whatever. And then they start letting off shots and shit. I don't know how many times he got hit, but multiple times. And he was in critical condition, man. But
Remember, we talked about this, and we had a heated conversation about this, me, Prime, and Rex, one night about the situation where someone calls they call 911. Yes, they call 911, but one thing that needs to happen is they got to have mental health professionals on standby to go handle these cases when they're dealing with somebody that's autistic or something like that, because they're not going to understand what's going on all the time because you don't know how to measure the level of the autism.
right.
So at this point, this is similar to that same case.
Very similar.
Where someone called 911. I think the dispatchers need to have it in place where the dispatchers reach out to the mental health professionals so they can go with the team where we can we can avoid situations like in this manner right here.
That was the brother that had
Yeah.
the gun or whatever they said it was a gun, but wasn't loaded or some shit, and they still shot him and killed him.
Yeah.
And you're right. One of the biggest things is, they say training, but the training ain't just for the cops. The training is for the 911 operators too, because they need to know when a call comes in, who they need to direct the call to. Because when you got a fire and you call 911, you say, I have a fire. They don't say in the police, they say in the fire department.
Yeah. It should be, I have a mental health situation. where the mental health professional, a police officer can go alone,
Right.
but you have the mental health professional leading the charge in that situation.
I got a question. So I heard somebody said that they should have sent a peace officer. So and I don't know the answer to this, but what is the difference between a peace officer and just a regular officer?
Nothing.
Your
There's
security,
no difference.
It's your security good. You know what they got? The peace officer, he not gonna go in there loaded down like the
Okay.
police
He
officer.
ain't coming like a
Right.
SWAT team.
Yeah.
Okay, he ain't as geared up as a regular
Nah,
police officer.
But
So like,
let me ask you a question
Oh,
though.
hold up.
Yeah,
And
we
a
get it.
peace officer, a police is a peace officer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead,
So
Brown.
He won't come in like
They're
SWAT team.
overseer,
See,
dog.
see-
The police officers are overseer.
Wait, go ahead, Brown.
But let
You
me
ask
ask
a
you
question?
a question. If it's a mental health issue, it's not mental health connected to healthcare.
Yes.
So why not call EMT?
MP, but
EMT.
or EMT.
Yeah.
But see, when you call 911, you just call it 911.
No, but you can request that.
Yeah, you can
But
say
you can ask them specifically, like, I don't want the cops. I want some mental health professionals to come down and help me with
But
this
That's what I'm
situation.
saying. That's
but
what I'm
in
saying.
this case, she said it was an autistic child, so it should be on the
Right.
The
911
911 operator,
exactly.
to call EMT or some type of. But what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying,
Because-
and that's right.
Because EMT can come there and actually do a thorough check and find out what's going on and know that this is beyond my care. They call somebody mental health professional.
And then you go for
And
it.
see,
Yeah.
that's the 911 operator's responsibility to direct the right services to the call.
Because I would rather call the
That's
fire
what I
department
think.
than call the police.
Yeah,
Right.
Because the fire department, people in the fire department are trained. They got some type of training with.
For fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they
Oh.
do mental health training just like EMT do.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. Okay, I know
Supposedly-
that.
That's why they first responders.
overseers do. I mean, your police overseers, your police overseers. Yeah, usually they're supposed to be trained on mental health issues, but we already know that they think
Most of
is.
them are mental health cases.
Look,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
He must have been reading my mind, man.
Most
Listen,
of them
man.
shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
would seem like when your
They're not-
skin is brown.
They're
They're not
hiring all
trained
the wrong
properly.
people.
So I think that's training on two parts. Police officers need to be trained better on those type of situations, and the operators need to know who to direct for those type of situations.
But I'm
That's
Well,
right.
you know what, cuz it's hard to train sociopaths.
It is true. That's
There's a
true.
lot of sociopaths that are cops right now.
That's
And
true.
what do
What I'm saying
sociopaths do? They get you alone and then they take advantage of you. And what the police officers do?
Get you
Get
alone
alone and
take
take
advantage
advantage
of
of
you.
you.
That's what they do. As long as you black or colored, as long as you colored, they will take advantage of your
And
ass.
again, though, like the same like scenario with the kid with the autism with them. So think about it when y'all were talking about the kids going back to school with the virtual school and all that stuff there. It incident in Texas, probably like a week or two ago,
Oh yeah.
where a young lady, she was at work or whatever. The mom's at work and the son's at home doing virtual school. I think he's like 14, 15 years old. And he probably wasn't even 14, he might have been like 11 or 12. But he had like a little toy gun. Had a little orange tip on it. and
Oh,
everything.
on the wall, right? You talking about that on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the teacher noticed this shit,
BB gun
called
shit.
the fucking police. So send the police to the fucking house.
While a young man there by himself.
Yeah, by himself. And then the
Yeah, he
principal
was
calls the
13.
mother.
You know, he wasn't made by himself, but
He had a younger brother there too.
yeah,
He
but
was old enough to be home by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
was like
the-
13, 14.
But the principal called the mother after they called the police already and said, well, we're sending the cops to your house or whatever. So the little man got a police record and everything now.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
Wait,
fucked up,
why?
man.
For what?
because of the BB gun,
Because they
It
use
wasn't
it
a
and
BB
saying he
It wasn't
brought
a
a
BB
gun to
It was a cap
school.
gun.
a cap gun. Oh
Yeah.
shit! It was the one hanging on the wall right behind him.
Hold up.
No,
That's
no,
what you
it's
talking
been-
about?
No, it's been a straight cap gun with the
Oh.
orange tip and everything.
Yeah, yeah, but
Hold
it was
up.
hanging on the wall behind him, right?
Hold up. Stop. So they charge him with bringing a gun to
Yes,
school.
no,
yes,
no.
yes, they did.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
they
what the
did.
charge was?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because they say you can't have weapons or whatever
Are
the
you
case may be,
serious?
Yeah.
because they consider the virtual
Wait,
thing a
this
school
one in Texas?
environment.
It makes sense.
But
It makes
Texas is a
sense.
fucking open and gun
But the
state.
thing is, I had somebody get on Facebook and try to argue this point with me. Now she is a teacher, and I told her, I say, but in what case do you show common sense to this? It wasn't a threatening gesture and anything done to threaten anyone in the classroom and all of that. So where does this come from?
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? You are another.
Now,
Can I ask a
Black
question?
man.
Can I ask a very important question? Was the kid black?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Oh, it was a black kid? I thought it was. No, I'm thinking about a white kid. I'm sorry.
You heard Texas and you thought
That
wow.
wouldn't happen to no white kid.
'Cause-
And that's why I tell you.
Because there was a
that's
similar
Texas.
situation happened with a white kid, and what the teacher's thing was that she didn't know because the gun was hanging on the wall behind the kid. It was a BB gun, and it was like she wasn't sure, but
She wasn't sure what.
That was in
whether it was a real gun or not.
That was
Ain't none of
in
his fucking
Georgia.
business.
That was in Georgia.
I think that was
Yeah,
in Georgia.
yeah.
I forget what it was,
Yeah,
where it was, but
It doesn't matter where that ain't your business.
Yeah, that ain't none of your
True.
fucking business.
I understand where the teacher was coming from though, because of she saw a gun and she wasn't sure. But now, regardless, he wasn't like handling the gun; it was just on the wall.
So,
But her concern was whether or not it was a real gun. Now she shouldn't have called the police.
So
I don't think it was
one
necessary
was
to
the
call the
black
police.
kid, been like a little black gun with a green writing on it and an orange tip on the motherfucker.
Now that's fucked up. That's just fucked up. Period. You know what I'm
It
saying?
been like an old duck hunt gun.
That's clear.
It's clearly fucked up. That
Yeah.
situation is fucked up. I think the situation with the white kid in Georgia was a little different. I understand what her sentiment was. It still was a bad call.
Yeah.
But I understand where she was trying to come from. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily agree that she should have done that, but I understand what she was trying to do. You
Because
know what I mean?
one thing is, if the principal's gonna turn around and call her mama, man, you better do it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
And Brown broke it down to snot. He been like, they call the police first and tell the mama, yeah, we send the
Second.
police to your house.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was
Yeah.
fucked up. That
What
was
the
fucked up.
bullshit is that? You
Yeah,
can't
I mean-
have that. You can't have that.
Because you know what I mean, if it was an actual gun and a child had it and you weren't sure why that kid had the gun, now that was something you should call the parents about first and say, hey, what's up, blah blah blah, what's going on, before you call the authorities. I think that was the better route to take. But,
Right.
you know what I mean? Whatever.
And you know the big difference. Shades of brown and white.
Hey,
You already
I ain't said it. I'm just saying.
I said it. Fuck it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. All right. Carrying on. What else? Y'all heard John Jeremy.
That's another one on you guys. That's another one.
He got like 20 new charges, man. He go on top of a couple other charges he already had for sexual assault or some shit like that. That nigga he gonna stay in jail. He already in jail. He gonna stay.
You know, my question is, how can a porn star actually sexually assault somebody? I mean,
That is a good question.
yeah. I mean,
What is the future for a porn star of his status?
well, yeah.
Jail.
Do you not see rape charges in the future? I mean,
Look, man, this man been doing it for what, 60 years?
Yeah, I mean,
God damn, this is
Popping-
70s.
popping pills and getting
80s.
STDs for years.
yeah. At some point, you got to give it up, cuz, and be like, yeah. that's
I mean,
enough of that.
personally,
I
I'm like, fuck him. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody-
But that child shit was.
Put the man out of his misery. Goddamn.
Well,
You look
he-
raggy.
he
You look
about to
raggy
be
now,
out.
anyway.
yeah, that's why I'm about to say he might as well cancel Christmas. It's over.
Yeah.
Squid so,
He probably gonna hit and roll over.
What else we got in random news, fellas?
Random news. Y'all heard about the white woman who pretended to be black?
Oh, I did not.
Oh, man.
You talking about NAACP?
No. This the one who was
Not Rachel
Professor-
Dozell.
no, she's been a professor at Georgetown University. She's been pretending to be black all her life, man.
What? I ain't about
man.
that.
Yeah,
What's her
dog.
name?
Her name is Jessica Krug.
Jessica Krug.
Yeah.
She been pretending to be black for how long?
Yeah. For all her fucking life.
Her last name ain't even black, man. I mean,
This
put that up.
Technically, Long Island.
She probably can pass a little like
She could pass for light skin chick, yeah. She could pass for light skin chick.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
at the
oh.
same time, just looking at that picture, I still would have to question her last name.
Yeah.
Krug, yeah. They ain't too
Yeah.
much black right there. They
But
ain't.
you know what
I'm
you can
like,
say?
hey.
Oh, my
So she-
great great grandfather, he was white.
And I'd have called bullshit. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Well, technically speaking, we probably consider it too.
Yeah.
Well, not as black as we is. We ain't light skinned at all, so I don't think so. Phil.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
go on a limb
no
and say I
absolute
can
limb.
because Brown last name. Yeah.
Old John Brown.
Singleton over there.
Hey, listen, and that's one question I want to ask real quick. Have y'all heard about this new show coming out with Ethan Hawke?
Sure.
I can't remember the name of the show. It's like, but he got to do with John Brown, the 44 caliber abolitionist.
No, I remember that one.
It's a real dude, dog, and he been all about plugging slave owners and just heating motherfuckers up to get that freedom, dog. He been about that, and he did get hanged.
It's a good chance.
Yeah, he stuck his foot out there and took a chance, but I just find out about this dude. I'm like, I gotta
go
find
further
some
in
more
detail.
about
I
this
gotta go
dude.
further detail. So she's been pretending to be black since 2012 when she got a job at George Washington University under the pseudonym of Jess La Bamalara, something like that.
Oh,
and she's teaching African history and African American studies.
Cry out. At George Washington University?
George Washington University.
Oh, man. She just flamming the kids out there, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so she resigned this week. So after they got
Resigned in
she
shame.
finally came out and admitted she's been pretending to be of color, of hue, and she resigned a week later.
Can I?
Normally, people don't want to try to be black, though. I mean,
Yeah,
Shit.
right there.
no, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Hannibal. I mean, people like to, try to associate that lifestyle with it.
They used to just steal the culture. They don't want
Right, they don't want the whole weight. You know what I mean? They don't want the whole weight.
Jessula Bombalera?
Oh,
Yeah.
you see? Yeah, that's that bullshit.
Yeah.
So let me
That's
ask
that
you a
bullshit.
question. Did she get the black dick early, or is that what it was?
Yes. had to
Jessula
get her.
Bombalera? Who the
Jackson.
fuck name is that?
She must have got some black meat in her life in 2011, 2012. She was like, hey, I'm black.
Did she make that name up or
She
something?
had to, man. Hey, who
Who
the
she get
fuck
that
named
name
that?
from?
So that made me hearing that name made me think about our own Nikki Haley.
That ain't even a black name. That's a Spanish name or some shit.
Oh man.
Oh fuck Nikki Haley. We should
Exactly.
get. Matter of fact, she gonna sit your ass down.
But she's of Indian. Well,
Yeah, but she don't
native
use
descent.
her Indian name.
But this is what I brought all of that up to just drop a quick little, bring a little something in here.
What's that?
$5 Indians.
$5 Indians.
Hit me out. Look it up when you finish, when we get out the show.
All right.
So basically, it was white people back in those days
Mhm.
that paid for the Indians, like to be native. Like they went down the lineage. That's how you got out the casinos.
So they
Those
would
are
pay
the
money to buy into
Yeah.
saying I'm Indian.
yeah. $5 Indians.
That shit don't work. Them Indians don't even. I mean, sorry, Native Americans don't even recognize that
Whoa. Time out. But you got to think about the time back then. How many slave owners raped Native Americans?
shit. Pretty sure plenty.
And that's why I asked that question. How many slaves do you think actually made it from Africa? Because we were already here. We were Native Americans as well.
Yeah. Now, however, I'm gonna preface it by saying the ancestors that we more than likely were derived from were ones that were transported, not the ones that were already here. I'm gonna say that.
You think so?
I would say for the most part, yeah, I would believe that. I wouldn't say all, but I would say a high percentage is that. I would say that.
I can see you saying that coming from the southeast of the,
Because
Okay, yeah,
Charleston being the major port for a lot of people, and not one,
It's been the
the
epicenter.
course here, because a lot of us black folk don't have that good here. You know what I mean? And that's it might be
Whoa. What
a
you
fallacy.
What,
Huh?
what you
Do
say?
you see that afro?
Hold up. What you say this now?
This shit nappy as fuck.
Wait, hold up. No, hold up.
Do you
Wait a minute.
What?
Back this up.
What?
What you just say this now about black people here?
Our course here is not derived from Native American.
Who tell you out here course?
Hold on.
Who tell me?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody tell me that. I can look at it.
Who's to say that the real Native Americans didn't have wavy hair? That's just what we know. They lied about Jesus. They lied about everything else.
So I'm gonna tell you.
No, I'm going off of actual Native Americans.
How you don't know that those Native Americans that you see are not ones descendant of their mothers being raped by Christopher
I don't know.
Columbus.
You know what? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know.
So you got to question all of that. That's all. I just brought that up to question some stuff. Make you go and look up some stuff.
Very true.
So-
very true.
I'm gonna say my great grandmother is straight up Indian son.
Full blown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
so we probably did. Some of us probably here and there missing a generation or two here or there are probably more Native American than we are of. African
don't discount that. Don't discount that at all. I'm just saying. I think the majority of southeastern people that were as far as our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, of the southeastern region of America,
Below the Mason
more than
Dixon.
likely came from transport. That's what I'm saying. And I could be wrong. I don't have facts. I don't have numbers. But I'm just saying
We
that
can
from my
break this
perspective.
down on another episode where we can really get into this and have this as our main topic. But
Yeah.
man, let's keep it moving right now.
So that means everybody got to do their homework. then. Everybody got to do their
another
homework.
day.
then.
Hey, we can dive into that, but we'll keep it moving, like you say. Let's keep it moving. What else? Some random shit.
That should
Random
be it
shit
for
we got.
random, man. That should be it.
Oh,
When you talk about shit, cause don't OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr.
Talking about shit.
Shit on this
You
shit.
gonna put that on the sports though?
We really got to
No,
talk.
cause there ain't no sports type shit.
It ain't no sports type shit. You're right.
It's really not what we need to talk about. Do we really need to talk about this dude,
I
man?
mean, I don't think
We gotta say, OBJ
I
been
don't
getting
think
shitted on.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Yeah.
literally.
So
Allegedly been getting shit on.
First to watch women take shits and be shitted on.
Well, I got a question though, because we first heard the shit on Biggie Smalls interlude
Yeah.
for Lil Kim shit about motherfuckers getting shit. I don't know what nigga want to be shitted on. I don't get that shit. I don't know niggas that won't be shitted on.
Just because you don't dig
No,
it,
it's
don't
some
mean
kinks
that-
out there,
yeah.
son.
What kind of nigga won't be shitted
you
on?
can't
man?
wrap your head around it, cuz. Let it go, man. Let it go. You
That doesn't
can't.
make no sense
you'll
to me,
never
bro.
be
That don't
able
make
to-
no sense to me. I don't believe it.
I don't
I
even
don't
want to
believe
know.
it.
I
I
don't
don't
even
believe
want to know. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
After watching P Valley, it's some motherfucking killers out there that like to go. You know,
I don't believe it, bro.
they got
I
some
don't
real.
believe it.
Everybody got a kink.
And you know the worst thing about it, and this
I
is what I've
don't
been saying
believe
the whole time. This dude is one of the most overrated football players in the last 10 years, dog. Because he made one outstanding catch, and everybody started talking about him. But afterwards, ain't even not about football. One of them about him jumping out the jacuzzi with all the dudes.
Put the face in the water.
Shit on by bro.
Nah, he might be gay, but I don't think he wanted to be shitted on.
Oh, it's no might be.
He might
It's
be.
no
No,
might be.
I'm gonna say bisexual.
Cuz I
But
love you.
won't say.
Cuz
I won't say. he
I
wanna be
love you,
shitted on.
dog. But if your head pop out a hot tub with a bunch of dudes in it, dog, I'm gonna be like, damn.
Well, it ain't gonna happen. But
exactly.
I will say, I don't think the nigga won't be shitted on. I won't be shitted on, bro.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this about him as a football player because I don't know the man personal life. All I know is it's a possibility that he may be or may not be one of the letters in the alphabet. But at the same time, one of his downfalls to his NFL career is just that he's injury prone.
Really? Oh, okay.
He's not on the field enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he on the field, he's a threat.
Yeah.
But he's not on the field enough to be a threat.
Well, fuck that. We ain't talking about sports. We talking about this nigga won't be
Get
shitted
shit
on.
And
And that's why we get past this.
and another crazy kink.
Oh.
You got Joe Buttons. Why is he jacking his dog off?
Oh, I can't believe it. Wait, whoa. Now I want to talk about this one.
He's a serial dog jacker.
But walking the dog.
See your dog.
Jack the dog off. Jack the dog off.
I gotta know where y'all get this info from, dog.
Dog, his shits released the info and kind of confirmed it.
Okay.
And then he said it himself. Like,
We gonna say allegedly, but
nah.
Wait, no, if he
I'm gonna
can,
say that because I don't know this shit true.
did he
Go
confirm
look it
it?
up.
Did he confirm it?
Go look it up. You see the
I'm
video
just saying.
when he was like, sometimes my dog is a little.
I heard him say that. I heard him
Yeah.
say sometimes I do that, but I'm like,
If
is he
you
really just
heard
jacking
it,
off? Jacking the
you
dog
heard
off?
it, what are you questioning what I'm saying for?
'Cause, like,
You
is he-
heard him say it.
Is he jacking the dog off?
Yeah. He denial.
Yeah, the
He
dog.
denial. He denial.
I'm
Listen,
trying to be PC, man.
Guys,
I'm trying to
if
be
no, you
PC.
can't be PC with that one. If you say it, dog, yeah, we gonna believe you. Like,
Yeah.
damn, dog, you really had to tell us that shit?
That's some
Hey,
wild shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's some wild
you
shit.
ain't
gotta
no
just-
wild shit. That's some nasty shit right there, dog.
Sometimes
Joe Biden
you
grow
gotta-
up.
you gotta know when to say, you know what? Fuck it, I ain't telling y'all niggas shit.
Right.
Quiet on the story.
The fuck?
Wow.
Just be quiet.
Ugh.
That's some extra
Damn.
shit, man. Jacking the dog off, that's some extra shit, bro.
That's worth it. That's like the dude who was raping the damn dogs on Camp Lejeune.
Ugh.
Okay, moving on. Okay, moving on. Moving on. What else we got? What else we got here?
Yeah.
What else we got? We moving on. Segue, please. Yeah. What else we talking about? Yeah.
Before we go to the tape, I
Thank
got
God.
one
You
last.
got one last.
I don't know. No. I think we need to mute Brown White.
I didn't bring the last two, bro. I didn't bring the last two.
Oh,
I just
man.
commented on the last two.
All right. What else is random news? What else is random news?
Random news: we had a U.S. Navy veteran for 2 decades. The VA
Yeah,
never
yeah.
told him he was tested positive for HIV.
Who said do what now?
For
So
2
we have a U.S.
decades.
Navy veteran for 2 decades. The VA never told him he had HIV.
Are you? All right.
He gets sued for that, right?
He is suing.
Yeah,
for it.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. I want you to wrap your mind around this. Because I read it when he told me yesterday.
That is
So peek
fucked
this out.
up.
Peek this out. In 1995, this man went in and got an HIV test. He tested positive. No one ever let him know. It was
How?
in 2014. A doctor at the VA asked him. He was like, "Sir, who is your infectious disease doctor?" And he said, "I don't have an infectious disease doctor." He said, "Do you know that you are HIV positive?" That's how he found out he was HIV positive.
That's
So,
fucked up.
and the thing is, this happened here in South Carolina,
Columbia,
in Columbia VA.
Columbia, the Met.
Oh man, for the longest time, y'all been telling me how tough that shit is, man.
Yeah.
That's some of the foulest shit I have ever heard, man. So for 20 years,
25 years.
25,
Ouch.
20.
Ouch.
No. So
Ouch.
He said himself. He said, I
wait, hold
feel
on.
extremely guilty about girlfriends I've had over the last
That's why my
25
asked.
years because I didn't know. That's what the guy said.
And that ain't his fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? That ain't his
Yeah.
Is
fault.
he married?
I don't think they say he was married, but
No.
No, he was sick.
Fucked up, bro.
It's messing with his mind. It's in his
25 years. That nigga should
Yeah,
get, that nigga should get like 25
He ain't even
mil.
getting
No, bro.
He ain't even getting no treatment
No.
or nothing, man. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you like this:
damn.
25 mil, nowhere near enough. I want to tell you right now, his life was ruined by that.
I
Because
could
they
imagine.
could have preserved his life with the medication that they have now, especially those. The veterans get some of the best medication.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
All right.
So check this out. I want you to think about this. For each doctor that had access to his medical record,
Ain't
that's
nobody
a
tell.
malpractice lawsuit.
Cause ain't nobody ever tell.
Because that's negligence.
Cause yeah, your doctor, when you go to your doctor will tell you, hey, I see this on your chart, like
Right.
blah 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 blah,
And then
whatever.
when you do a physical health assessment, it is up to your doctor to
Check
review
this
your
though.
medical
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
the VA actually didn't tell him. He went to a non-VA provider in New York City,
Yeah.
and that's who told him.
Is there some shit with a VA? If they report some shit like that, like it's some kind of
I
fine
was
or
just
some
about to
shit like
ask that.
this,
Like,
shit like
did
that.
they
where
have
they
a
have
reason to
to.
hide this shit or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Like,
Well, think
Incentive.
about this. I want you to think about something.
It's-
Because all the way when we were in the Navy, we were using paper. We were writing everything down. We using soap notes and all of that. Soap note, if you don't know, you get your subject, your objective, then you come up with your assessment, and then you come with a plan. So everything's by paper. Stuff didn't get electronic all the way around until what, like 2005,
2000.
maybe later than that, 2006.
No, 2004 when they started because we were in Virginia. We were the practice facility.
Yeah. Well, because we would type stuff in at that time. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Because that's when they came with the I forgot the name of the system.
Alta.
Yeah.
Man, I just think that's so egregious how they just don't tell you. Like, I'm sure that wasn't the only doctor he has
No.
known or seen over
No.
25 years.
Seen-
Like, that's
That's why I
just
say
impossible.
every doctor, this family.
He
is
probably
sick.
seen at least.
That's what I'm
All
saying,
kind of
dog. You
malpractice.
had to come down to a point where somebody saw it and be like, "Damn, you know, let it go on this long. We ain't gonna tell them that."
Well, the doctor who
Just gonna
told
let him ride.
him, he looked and asked him who his infectious disease doctor was. That's how he, found out. He
Yeah.
just told him.
And they've been,
then.
like I
That's
said,
terrible.
when they had the choice that they got passed some years ago on Obama, and then it got progressed a little bit up under Trump a little bit more, where you can go see non-VA doctors out in the community,
Mm.
and is still covered.
Hot damn.
So he went to New York. He was in New York City. Got tested. Went to a doctor up there because he was just feeling sick and under the weather, or whatever. Went to the doctor. The doctor kind of broke it down to him like, "Yo, when the last time you been to your infectious control doctor?" He was like, "Me, I ain't never had one before." So that's the bullshit.
Man,
He was a veteran.
shit, man. That's
Once
that's
again,
wild
another
as fuck,
veteran
man.
being done wrong, man. This country something else how they do their veterans. Then always talk about support our troops.
yeah.
Or stand for the flag.
Yeah,
No.
bullshit like
We'll
that.
get into
Talking
that
about-
bullshit later.
Talking about testing shit.
Oh,
how
yeah.
about these college students that still having parties, even though they got found being tested positive for COVID-19.
They all should be put in the warehouse and beat with rubber hoses.
They know they had were positive and still threw a party. Matter of fact, wasn't he watching a video earlier, a little story earlier, and they was interviewing the dude, and he was like, they're having a party, and like, yeah, and are the people positive? I'm like, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, dude said even like everybody in the house. Me too.
What the fuck? You know everybody positive, but you still at the fucking party?
Yeah.
That crazy to me, man. That crazy. Now that go back to what we were saying when we was talking about the college students going back and still playing college ball. Like that go back to what I say. Like college students are gonna do what college students do. It don't matter that they football players and they got all these things in place. They gonna do what the fuck they gonna do, regardless of what parameters they got in place, man. So even though we've been watching college ball today. Cause I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit. I still think, man, after this week, next week we gonna hear all kind of reports about positive people that come back.
That means
from
cancel
football
games
team included.
That means
Football
cancel
team
games.
It's a high school.
So
So
there's already been some schools already that since they started up last week, they've been testing positive. They've been shutting schools down already. Shutting down facility practices and shutting down games.
Yeah.
So they canceled like 2 games for the next 2 weeks already.
See,
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying
it's already happening already.
just it's a matter of time.
But like I said, those probably schools that probably won't make it no way.
Listen, man. They would rather just push the gas and keep on going, man. Be like, yeah, we ain't pressing the brakes. We just gonna keep on going and ride it on out.
Real quick, man, I'm gonna introduce my bro, man, Twan, man. You got something you want to say on the subject?
Yeah, man. One thing you need to know about when you come down to college, you got to remember they make billions of dollars every day,
Billions.
every year. So what they're looking at, they're like, if we don't play, we're gonna lose a lot of money. Whether you watch it, you buy the merchandise. So they're looking at it like, we're gonna do whatever we have to do to make this money. So we don't care if these kids get positive. We're gonna figure out a way to still play. Because remember, you got so many kids on a team. You got 75 plus kids playing on a team. So if those kids are positive, okay, you're not playing, but the next man up is going to play. That's not positive. That's what they're thinking. That they don't care about the actual kid himself. They care about the money that's being made.
You always talk about the dog.
Well, I must say this to disagree with you a little bit, not wholly.
Oh, Hannibal disagreeing.
Because I feel like, yeah, the schools are like that, but at the same time, when you got players coming out and they announcing it that they want to play, not because of college, they playing for their own reasons. Most of them are playing to put film together for the NFL. That right there. Like I said, when it come down to protest and anything, nothing speaks louder than the player. Like we want to boycott the NFL. Nothing speaks louder than the player. If the players would have came out and spoke up and shut everything down, everything would have been shut down.
Yeah, but for a college student doing that, he doing that for a selfish reason. He doing that for his own reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of it is going on because the college students are the ones who said, "Oh, we want to play. We want to stick to the protocol. We'll do this. We'll do that. Put this in play." They forced the university hand, like, "Okay, they want to do it. Okay, well, we can go ahead and be greedy now." They say they want to do it.
But see, that's when the adult schools will step up and be like, "All right, we ain't playing right now. We don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, what y'all saying. We got to keep y'all safe."
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning we had a couple of Power 5 conferences that decided to not do it at all because they're just like, they're not going to take the chance. But then you got to remember,
Kind of found out that was selfish too.
Liability.
True. Yeah.
Liability.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay the insurance
Right.
if the kids got it. The teams, all the conferences that's playing now.
So at the same
they paying the
time,
insurance for the kids.
yeah. So at the same time, they made it seem like, oh yeah, we care about the kids this much that we will cancel our season. But really, they've been like, no, we don't want no fucking liabilities, no lawsuits. We ain't got to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Shut their ass down.
Exactly.
They're not gonna do the right thing because you got fucked up adults running the shit now.
I hate to say like this, but the NBA they planted a seed for everybody. They planted a seed for everybody because the bubble, as you can see, not too many people really tested positive when they did the bubble.
And
Did
what-
they spend a lot of money on it? Yes, but it works.
But they ain't did that in college football though.
Hell
No, they're
They
not
did the
going to
same.
because there's more students that they have
They
to
couldn't do
unite
that in
to-
college football
Way too
because
many more
the
kids.
NBA got Disney backing.
Yeah.
And we just get through talking about that. A lot of leagues ain't got that type of backing like that, man. They ain't got a middleman or a big man like Disney behind them.
But they have the money for it, though.
Think about it.
Yeah.
They do have Disney on ESPN.
Yeah,
That is true. That is true.
yeah, they do.
ESPN
Yeah.
own that's
ABC.
Disney.
So anything that
Yeah.
the sport been played on, Disney already own it. So Disney gonna get there no matter what. They just there for football. You have to have 53 plus players.
Yeah,
on
and
the team.
you cannot bubble that thing down, man. You can't do that.
NBA
That's
is-
why they probably shouldn't.
NBA is 15 at the max, 12, 15 players.
Right, exactly.
That
I give college football 2 more
College
weeks.
basketball, maybe
Yeah, I say about that much.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. I get college football. I don't
It-
want to
it
watch college
sucks.
football anyway.
Yeah, it sucks that we might not be able to see a whole season, but you
I don't
gotta
think
think
so.
about people's lives.
Now
man.
hold up. Now y'all think it'd be as bad as the MLB season with them boys just canceling games week to week to
Yeah.
week?
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's a perfect
If you
example.
get that
though.
bad,
I do.
That's a perfect example.
well, if you get that bad, the college season gonna be in shambles.
I mean, they only playing conference games now. Anyway, this shit already kind of in
Yeah,
shambles if you
it's
think
not
about
gonna
it.
be a real championship that goes down,
Right,
and that's why I
exactly.
didn't care to watch it.
To be
Right.
honest,
Yeah.
they only playing so that they can make some money.
The
Yeah.
big schools are playing the big schools right now.
They gotta get
Those
them to
big
have.
schools are still playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
It's a double-edged sword.
They gotta get their advertising money.
Yeah,
Because they only playing, yeah, they only agreed with the players that said came out and said, hey, we want to play. And enough players came out and say, enough student athletes came out and say, hey, we want to play. This our future. We put our future in our hand. We want to play. They only doing it because they're like, okay, if y'all say y'all want to do it, hey, let's make this money. Hey, Jim Bob. The boys say they want to get on it.
Get those advertisers on the phone.
Right.
We about to hot this thing up.
right. Like you said, like it's not like how back in the days was where like players didn't have a voice. Nowadays they have a voice.
Yeah.
They can say what they want to do, and you get enough people around them, they can do it. So that's what's happening now. So at the end of the day.
I'm gonna tell you something. Well, I was at a youth football game today here in Charleston, South Carolina. North Charleston, to be exactly. They're gonna have them kids that are playing no matter what. These grown ups want to make money. They trying to get themselves put on.
that's a shame, man. It's a
Man, they
shame.
don't, man,
It's a
they'll
fucking
sell
shame,
out.
That's
bro.
the whole
This
truth.
country is all about selling out the youth of tomorrow
It's
to
a
make
shame.
$1 a day.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
It's all
to
this
be
whole
honest.
country's always been about.
I don't like it, man. All right.
And they'll
Yeah,
sell
they-
they'll sell the black kids out first.
All right, so what I want to do, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move on to entertainment, man,
Thank you.
because we can talk about that shit all fucking day.
All
but,
day.
entertainment, man. What y'all boy got for entertainment?
Man, what I got for him?
Hannibal, what you got?
for him?
Yeah, you got
Something.
new Hannibal.
Yeah,
See, I
All
mean,
right, so I got a question for y'all.
Yeah,
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
You know what I'm saying? We did the tribute last week.
Rest in peace.
to
2
Chadwick
weeks ago.
Boseman.
Yeah.
Hey, and
South Carolina's
they
finest.
are
Yes, sir.
going to put a statue up of Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, they are? Where at?
Where he's from?
Oh, Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah, they're gonna take that Confederate statue down, and they're gonna put Chadwick Boseman up. I hope they put him up in his Black Panther garb.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Standing
Yeah,
tall.
the garb, not the
When he
suit,
holding
with the
with-
African garb. Yeah.
Yeah, when he holding the helmet in his hand and you see his face.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
That'd be
that.
dope.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
dope.
I
I
like
like
that.
that. I like
I
that.
like
that.
That'd
Yeah,
be dope. That'd be
I
dope.
like that. Now, everybody in here watch comic book movies or have read comics.
oh, he about to break it down, y'all. He about to break it down. Go ahead, do your thing.
How do you think they should proceed?
I don't know how you think they should proceed, Hannibal.
I'll say what
How you
I
answer my question real quick?
let me answer first.
Go ahead, bro.
Now, I'm gonna say I have not followed the comic book series to a T to know the exact story. Comic book
Your
series to
tongue
the
heavy
T.
tonight.
A little bit to know exactly what happens in the story of Black Panther past what they've already shown us in the movie. However, I personally don't agree with making her sister. What's the sister name in the movie? Shuri. I don't agree. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she does become Black Panther. But is she not the next? Was she the next, or was it somebody before her?
This is how it goes. She becomes Black Panther, but it also is a time when Killmonger becomes Black Panther. But the more popular story is when she becomes Black Panther.
So
because she struggled at first becoming Black Panther because she's a tech head.
Right.
She doesn't take anything serious, which makes a good story, long as they don't fuck it up like they did Mulan.
Right. So now, what I want to say about that is because I didn't know exactly that part, but what I wanted to say was I think that they should make Killmonger the Black Panther next, and then they only have him as the interim Black Panther until Shuri is ready to take over the reins. That's what I think.
That what you think?
Why you think she ain't ready now, cuz?
She just ain't ready.
Because she's a woman?
She's not. She's no. Don't start that. Don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. I am not saying that at all.
You better get this from the beginning.
I was saying that
I don't believe in that.
I was saying that because the same thing Hannibal said. She's a tech head and she doesn't have the leadership mind state as far as being a leader and protector of an entire nation.
She wasn't
versus
groomed.
somebody just a warrior.
What I think, you know, being in the country that we're in, the world that we're in, I think that they're going to be sexist about it, and they're going to put Killmonger.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they're going to put her.
The women movement has been strong the last few years, man.
I just got I got a feeling.
All right, so this is what I think should happen.
Okay, shoot.
CGI is popular. I'm pretty sure they had enough footage and everything, or they can get someone who looks similar to Chadwick. To at least doesn't make his death cheesy. Where he say they got a stunt guy in the Black Panther costume and he goes off. They're supposed to have Namor in the next movie, who's the king of Atlantis, or Dr. Doom, who's in the next movie. Dr. Doom is a diabolical villain. I don't know if you know about Dr. Doom. He's one of the most powerful.
Yeah, he
put some
popular,
respect
though.
on his name. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, now Dr. Doom laid the tracks, baby.
Oh. You like that guy, huh? You like him. All right,
I like a good villain. So, they can have it where if they want to honor his death, they can have that there so they can honor his death on
the more classical way. Yeah, I get that.
I feel like this. If they want to do Shuri, they cannot have it be a smooth transition. It has to be rough, rocky. She fails, she learns, and she not completely triumphant, semi-triumphant, where it leaves where it was like, okay, Shuri did her thing, she saved the day, but man, she got some work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, you gotta show the struggle.
Yeah.
You have to show the struggle because she's gonna have it. That's what happened in the comic. She struggled. She had to prove herself to the Panther gods that she was worthy of carrying the moniker of Black Panther.
I think that's where they mess up a lot on. Like the comics, they'll give you the great raw thing, but then when you make the movie, you got to make it so much shorter. So they change up. Sometimes they
try to condense. They try to condense
movie.
Everything into them couple of hours,
and it messes it up. And then that's why a lot of people who are big comics, they get upset because it changes the whole aspect of what they've been reading.
That's why I trust Kevin Feige.
See, your idea is good because what that could make for is more than just the next movie. That can make for a third movie as well, or maybe even a fourth, because that next movie could be her attempt and fail.
She's supposed to be a part of the Young Avengers, but with the death of Chadwick, the unexpected death of Chadwick Boseman, because he told nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
Even Ryan Coogler said
they didn't prepare for it.
Even Ryan Coogler, the guy who did, the Creed movies, and he came in, he directed the Black
Mean
Panther.
director, dog. Great director.
He's a great director. While he was writing some parts on this film, he said he wrote these parts envisioning Chadwick Boseman because they say he was a very charismatic guy when he walked on set, but he was very much about his business. He wrote those lines envisioning with his voice how it would carry over, the impact that it would sound. Now he has to go back and rewrite that. I don't know how they do it, I just hope they do it and it's not cheesy. You know?
Yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
Just
you. My
don't
bad.
rush it, you know, like.
I think that would your idea would make for real good carry on though. I think it would make so.
Call them boy up, Hannibal. Get paid.
All right,
Get paid.
how y'all boy feel? Huh?
We lost the black member in the black.
In the same,
The
year,
same
man.
year.
You know what,
It was bad,
Square Buzz, man. Fuck 2020.
2020 has been a fucked up ass year, bro.
Hey, you know what? I got a homegirl. Shout out to Catricia and her husband. You know, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to my mama and my stepdad too.
That's
You
what's
know what I'm
up.
saying? 27 years together.
Hey,
Big time, baby.
27,
Big
man.
time. I was just as happy on that day. I was out there jugging when I was on that damn.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I was
baby.
warming it up, Chris, because I was about to and all that shit. You know
Black
what I'm
love, baby. Black love.
Hey,
man.
Let the
I
boy
like
know
it.
to watch the show.
saying?
Let the boy know. Watch the show. You shout you out a little bit. How about that?
Oh man.
All right, man. I'm how y'all boy? All right, so real quick, this is a question for
Oh
y'all
boy, here we go.
because my wife watches this show called Love After Lockup, and it's a very strange show. It's about these people that get into these dating websites and they prison websites, and so they find people that are in prison, date them. And they find out people, and then they get with them, and then when they get out is when they start filming when the people are about to get out and shit. And they film the interaction with them getting out and how they live once they get out of jail and how they get with these people that been hitting them up. And this shit was sad. Like this shit was sad to watch. But I want to ask y'all, boy, real quick, how desperate does a motherfucker have to be to say, like, you know what? I'm gonna find somebody that's in prison to fall in love with, you know what I'm saying? And then jump in and have love after they get out and have a life. Like that shit don't make no sense to me. I watch these episodes and these episodes look so crazy, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I want to get y'all boy opinion as far as dating somebody that's in prison.
No, very desperate, very thirsty. Can't have it. Plain and simple.
How thirsty?
It's dry. It's absolutely dry.
Damn, you sound like Lupita off of goddamn Us. Shit.
Oh man,
Oh,
are
that's
you
funny.
serious, man? Love after lockup.
That's what the name of the
Listen.
show is, man.
What are they going?
I'm a dude spending $15,000-$20,000, giving $20,000 to people that's in jail now
Wait, hold up. They putting $20,000 on people's books.
on the books, baby.
Wait,
And
boy, honey
I'm talking
buns
about niggas
and all
maxing
that
out
good
they-
shit all around, but cigarettes and everything. You just buying up
I'm a
everything.
prisoner of life.
Hey, niggas is maxing out their credit cards, dog.
Tell you.
I
If I can
seen.
be behind that wall and have somebody send me 20 G's.
Listen,
shit.
dog. People been maxing out credit cards behind this shit.
Yo,
On JPay,
I'm gonna tell you a story real quick.
I don't know. I don't know.
Real quick.
I got something to on.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell you a story though.
Oh, no.
Finish.
So when I was in the undergrad or whatever, right? I had this young lady, black chick, right here in North Charleston, man. that,
No, Charleston.
Had this. She was dating this truck driver, whatever, man. He paying all the bills. He was goddamn getting all the books. Got a brand new laptop. He doing everything for it, man. Trying to put it to school. This bruh breaks up with this man when some fool who got out of prison been locked up for the dude 25. I think he's like 25. Dude's like 26. He just spent 10 years of his life in prison. She breaks up with this man for this cat here, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? How in the
She from
hell?
North Charleston.
How in the hell you break up somebody who's paying all the bills?
Listen, and if anybody watching this from North Charleston, I'm sorry, but the shit is real. North Charleston.
Paying all the bills.
So
Got you situated, got you going to school, paying your tuition.
how North Charleston of her?
Yeah.
Yo, that is
Our Charleston
That's-
period.
so when you
No,
say-
hold up now,
Sorry, my
cuz.
people.
No, hold up, cuz. Now we can't do, no. It's a
Fuck
difference
yeah.
between Charleston and
My
North
people.
Charleston.
From a
Big
Georgia boy
difference.
coming in,
Big difference.
the difference ain't that big.
Big difference. It's big difference. From a native downtown Charlestonian, it's a big goddamn
Hey,
difference, dog.
from the outside coming in,
We-
Oh shit!
the
We don't
difference
do
ain't that
stupid
big,
shit
y'all.
like that,
Nigga,
Greg.
stupid,
Cause
man.
he been straight up fat mountain. That's what you call that. That's a fat mountain.
And
And she
you
break
gotta
up
keep
with a
that-
nigga paying her
keep
bill.
her cake that.
Put a nigga in jail.
Yeah.
Cake that.
Yeah.
You know, sugar daddy.
You got to keep
So,
that guy
all
around.
right. So you telling me that it ain't people ain't desperate then?
No,
That's not being desperate to
No.
me.
So let me tell you what she said. She said she had the dude had a crush on her. She had a crush on the dude. Blah 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 blah. And they never got it hooked up when I was in high school or whatever. So she felt it was an opportunity for her to,
Wait a minute. This is
you
a
know.
grown person talking about some high school shit?
Yeah, son.
Oh my!
So
you know what? They deserve.
You say it's not
exactly
about
what the fuck
desperation.
they
It really
did.
is.
Wait. This nigga said they ain't got a chance to hook up when they was in high school.
Yeah.
Right.
But when he in jail, that's your time to hook up with the nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on till he come home because I'm gonna get some of that.
Did he show her the dick in high school? She was like,
Must be.
I want that shit.
Yeah.
But
So
the
I'm
thing is,
willing to waste
how
my
many
life.
booties that dick been in? You fucking out with?
Oh
Yeah. That's desperation.
Yeah. Desperation.
Oh shit, man!
Yeah.
That, to me, like watching the show. If y'all ever watch an episode, well, just one episode, you would be like, "What the fuck
You know
is
what?
wrong
I
with
have
these
to watch
motherfucking
an
people?"
episode
I'll
now.
pass.
I don't want to watch an episode.
I've seen one episode closing in person already.
Hey,
I don't want any deal with it.
This shit is stupid, bro.
but think about this shit though. How many times have you heard this damn story?
Nah. Like to me,
A
this
lot
my
of
thing.
times now. I
This my
can't
thing.
lie.
This my thing.
That's why
Like,
you dick them down and you don't give them shit.
this my thing, man. I get it. It's hard to meet motherfuckers out here, right? It's hard to meet people. All right,
No,
you got dating sites,
Yeah,
you got websites and shit like that.
Yeah.
Wait.
You said everything. You said dating site. They got a prison.
Listen. You got dating sites.
They got prison
bars.
on.com.
You got clubs. You can go to out grocery stores. You can go out and meet people.
I ain't never heard of
But
prison
none of
on.com.
them, all them shit feel you. So you say I'm gonna date somebody in prison.
It's no
I ain't never heard of
way.
prison only.com.
All those options and
Like
all that
Paul
bad.
You know what? Prison only.
You know what? Because I know a chick.
Cleanlife.com.
Everybody wanted the bone, but she out there. She wouldn't give it up. She out here boning a fucking 12-year-old.
What?
Yeah.
A chick blowing a 12-year-old dude?
Think about it. It's
I
just,
mean,
it's just like them teachers, bro.
Oh yeah.
she been in prison?
No,
Or he was in prison?
no. I'm saying, but the sense of it, like I done tried everything else. Motherfuckers just dogging me the fuck out. So
Come
they
on,
just get
man.
No. That's bullshit.
Come on, man.
Because them ladies like that, bun being a predator on them
I
so
want to hear the rest of this shit.
Let me finish.
I want to hear
You
the
know what I'm
rest of this
saying?
shit.
You gotta think about it. You know how sensitive some of these motherfuckers are, or whatever like that. Oh, the black man just keep doing me dirty, so I'm gonna go white. The white man just keep doing me dirty. You know what? I'm gonna fuck a kid.
So
I
you
got a
say
favorite one now. I got a favorite up.
you say free people just keep fucking me over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deal with somebody locked up.
Yeah.
You got lost up.
Now I'm thinking of some of these.
They gonna do me way better.
I know one thing, so he can't go no place. He can't do nothing.
I wouldn't even say you faithful though.
No, we're not going to say that because we know
Hey,
better.
that motherfucker been locked up for 15 years, 15, 20 years.
Shawshank. Square buzz. Yes, sir.
And Dufresne.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
I feel bad for you.
I just thought that shit was wild.
Rick
as fuck, man.
had a comment he used to say all the time, man. I think he said desperation is a stink cologne.
It's a stink cologne.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, stink cologne. Yeah, I mean, you can't have that. And now they done made the shit into a TV show, dog.
That's a TV show, bro.
I can't lie now. That shit been going on for a long time.
This shit is like season like 4 or 5. Like this shit been going on for years. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, trust me.
They want to be recorded.
My wife is hooked on this
That
shit.
shit about as dumb as fucking Married at First Sight.
Man, I saw an episode with a Mormon chick. A Mormon chick got with a gang dude who was affiliated with a gang, in jail for like 18 years, and got out. And she was from like Utah. He was from LA.
Yeah, because most Mormons come from
and
Utah.
shit like that. And you know, that shit was just weird. As
Wait a
fuck.
minute, hold up.
Shit was weird.
Now you know what Mormon's all about, right?
I know.
And
You
so
know
she been so desperate. She gonna get a gangbanger?
Did she introduce it to her sister wife?
Think about it, though. With
she
the
was
woman.
black. Well, for one, she was black.
Did she,
She
Oh.
was black.
They got a black woman.
Oh,
She was black.
Apparently.
He was black. She had kids already.
Hey, Q, who knew?
Man, you know what? The whole fucking shit is crazy. If y'all get a chance, check it out.
Hey man,
No.
moving on, man. Moving on.
I feel
Yeah,
dumb
man.
just by hearing that shit, though.
Yeah.
What else
I'm
y'all
not
boys
gonna
got?
watch this.
Entertainment. What else is
Entertainment.
entertainment? What else is entertainment, fellas?
Damn, shit.
That shit was wild as fuck, bro.
So I guess we moving on from entertainment.
Oh yeah, please. No, we something anything else in entertainment.
Because I sure want to talk about this other story.
We can get to it. We can
Okay,
get to it.
I
get to
let you talk about that.
We gonna get to it. We gonna get to that shit.
Let's just talk about that, man. It's ridiculous, dog. It's ridiculous. What
Right.
we dealing with?
Sports, man. How about the NBA playoffs? How about the NBA playoffs?
Lakers suck.
Hey.
Dog, the score 105-82 right
So
now.
what?
With 7
So
minutes and
what?
42
The
seconds.
game is over. The game is over.
Hey,
Game is over.
in the words of my boy Rex, it's a gentleman's sweep.
We gave you one, baby.
This game is over. This series is over,
Hey.
man. That's it.
It looks like to me that LeBron has been striking with the Mamba mentality.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh yeah.
In the first quarter,
Nobody on this panel gonna say that.
I would say in the first
no,
quarter.
Brian, take your headphones off again. You know what time it is.
Don't call him. Don't call
No,
him.
it's not
Use the C word.
do that.
Use the C word again.
No, sir. No, sir. He is not Mamba status. We will not have that.
I said he's been striking with the Mamba
And here
mentality.
we go with Russ losing his cool again.
Yeah, Russ losing his cool because
Like he always
LeBron is
does.
striking with the Mamba mentality.
He been out there just.
You
he been
can't
giving
win
him
with
a
that fella
tumble.
right there, man.
He been out there to give him a tumble. No, not in my house.
Yeah.
You can't win with that fella right there, man. I mean, it's ridiculous, dog.
You can't win with them. You can't win without them.
Oh, cry, yo. Who they? Cause
The man that wear 23.
go ahead, sit right there real quick. Let's
The man that wear 23.
sit right there.
Sit down.
Sit right there. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real
Cause
quick.
y'all know Prime don't watch
Let's
sports.
talk,
So we can really
let's
talk
talk about this
sports
real
right
quick.
now.
Let's talk about this real quick.
I say the Heat and the
Because-
Lakers in the finals.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good possibility.
Celtics are a great team, but they ain't gonna make it.
Are you-
They got everything that you need. In
They got the
team
defense
right
to clamp the Celtics up,
They
bro.
got young guns. They got defense. They got a great coach who has great experience.
Hey, look
Miami
at
best
Nunn.
player? Who's
Look
my-
at Tyler Hero.
I like
Hey,
those
hey,
names.
hey.
I like those names.
Jimmy Butler is
Yep.
the guy.
He's
good.
a veteran.
Good.
He knows the game.
So
He's the
you
leader.
count, you count on Jimmy?
I'm not gonna count on
Jimmy
him.
is the
but
leader.
Exactly.
I ain't gotta count on Jimmy just to score points.
We don't even
I
have
can
to
count
score
on Jimmy
points.
to hold the team together.
Exactly.
But those guys are not going to outdo Tatum and my boy Jalen Brown.
Have you not
That's
watched
it.
the defense?
Hold on. That's it, right?
That's all they need.
That's not all.
Why
they
you gonna?
need. They need
Why you
more.
So
gonna?
you
hold
read-
on.
so
why
you-
are you
so-
gonna disrespect Kimber Walker like
I'm
that?
just about to say that. So
Exactly.
I'm just about to say that. You
Hey.
must be reading my mind. You don't think Kimber gonna go off for a couple of games against Miami? Who gonna hold him?
Well,
At the point,
all I'm gonna say is this.
at the
And-
point for
hold on.
Miami, who gonna hold
Looks
him?
like to
Did
me
you not
Miami
see
has
why
a
the
lot of
Hold
weapons.
on. Did you not see why the Raptors came back and took them to Game 7?
Oh man,
It was because of who? Kimba.
It's
He
amazing.
was not scoring. He
Yeah,
was
he's
not
a- he's a-
playing
he's
his
a-
potential.
he's a
He's a
defensive
decent
liability.
liability.
Yeah, because he's
That's
strong,
the
but I
problem.
mean against
when you play against the Heat, you need that.
who gonna
If
hold?
you don't have it,
Now,
they
well,
will destroy
well,
Who
you.
I
gonna
will
hold him
say-
at the point?
Hold on.
But for
I
If you
will-
make him
I
play
will
defense,
say
he can hold himself.
All you gotta
Dragic
do is
against
do his
Kimber
thing.
Walker is a more favorable matchup than Lowry because Dragic ain't as big as Lowry. Lowry gonna
Very
take you
true.
down to the post. He like Mark Jackson was when he was with the Pacers.
Yeah, you're
Baby,
right.
you better check the tapes. You better check the tapes. You know
Kimber
what I'm saying?
gonna like the dragging up.
I hope so.
Boston gonna
'Cause-
beat them boy in 6.
Whoa,
And
no.
they going to
I
the
think the
finals.
Heat, I
Okay.
think the Heat
It's gonna
has
be
too much firepower to just say you just gonna shut them down like
Exactly.
that.
It's
Because they
gonna
got
be-
shooters, baby.
Exactly.
It's gonna be a Boston Lakers finals
This is a listen.
once
The
again.
Heat.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, time out, time
Man,
out.
if you hear what
time
he say,
out.
I said it. I said it.
Okay.
I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Thank
I
God.
said it.
Okay.
Because you know why?
I'll
Because
hit you with a Dan Antonio.
listen, the Clippers slam.
Yeah.
The Clippers slam. They had a chance to close Denver out last night and they didn't. You gotta
Very
close
true.
them games
Very
out.
true.
Now tonight, you see what LA doing. The Lakers, excuse
Yeah,
me.
the real LA.
Yeah.
Thank you. They in a playoff mode.
Fuck LA.
They in a playoff mode and they're ready to go.
Yeah. And the Clippers, to me, they don't have it. I mean, and they got Kawhi and LeBron going head up, straight up. LeBron gonna win that every time. You can't have them boy going straight up like that.
You can't
He
wear
gonna be the
Kawhi
top
out.
dog.
And then you,
You
gotta
can't wear
remember.
Kawhi out like. But I'm gonna
You gotta
tell you what the
remember.
Clippers are gonna do. What the Clippers are gonna run into a problem is what's been going on with the Lakers recently is you got Caldwell Pope. He is hitting his shot.
Yes, sir.
And it's on a consistent basis. Danny Green is finally
Self-check.
Hold on. And Morris is dropping points like how he should have been.
Yeah, that's one.
But the thing is this right here. When it comes down to the Clippers, how is that Lakers defense gonna affect them? Because you know Paul George ain't nothing but a self-check in the playoffs.
Hold on.
Not playoff P. Don't do the man like
I don't
that.
even know why they call him Mr. Playoffs because he only had 1 or 2 great
But they had the
playoffs.
nerve to call him playoff P. Who
Playoff
has a
games, you
nickname PG-13? I'd rather you be the rated R superstar than PG-13.
Wait, hold up. How many good playoffs he done had?
Only 2.
I don't remember those.
I don't remember.
You know what happened those two?
LeBron put him out.
Exactly.
How was that good?
That's what I'm
I
talking
remember.
about.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute. He did something else past the shit.
And now he's saying because of his playing is so bad, it's because they're in the bubble and he's going through a crisis.
No.
And he's going through a
Hey,
struggle.
hey.
He been doing that shit since
You know
Indiana.
what it is, man?
Exactly.
We ain't getting no strippers down there.
While we talking about crisis,
Taking those strippers down there.
mental crisis, let's talk about Dak Prescott. Now, the issue with Dak Prescott, Skip Bayless came out, and I thought what he said was very disrespectful.
Yes.
Insensitive, because the man he lost his mother while he was in college, and the man just lost his big brother.
Yep.
So what Skip had to say?
Hey, Skip said he doesn't care that he went public with his depression. He is an NFL quarterback, starting quarterback. He shouldn't try to use that as an excuse. I think Skip was very insensitive, and you know what? They might need to go ahead and drop that motherfucker from the FS.
Yeah.
Oh, Hannibal call for Skip to get fired. That's what I'm
because
talking
the
about.
same thing with the NBA, because remember Kevin Love came out talking about his struggle with that. Okay, you got to understand, yes, they're professional paid players, but at the same time, they're still human beings. We still have feelings. We still going to feel a certain way. We still are human beings. We're going to have human errors and feelings. We're not great. We're not God. You got to understand that.
Exactly.
Fucking Skip Bayless.
And you know what? To be honest, and we talked about this the other day. Think about this with Dak Prescott. His brother passed away.
Mm-hmm.
The man, the worst thing could have happened. COVID-19. He has no distraction. He had no choice but to sit down and face that reality. All by himself. So of course this man is going to be depressed because being stuck in the house, not able to do what you usually been able to do because you're accustomed to this. You're not accustomed to being in the house. You do your chores. Maybe you listen to the radio or something like that. You know, like the older days when all they had was the radio to listen to. He's not accustomed to that. Of course he's going to have some depression. He has time to think about everything that's going on. He is now grieving. He has now grieved. You said all of this because you don't want Dak Prescott to get paid by old racist ass Jerry Jones? Get the fuck out of here.
That's why the Cowboys ain't never gonna be nowhere for
we know the real reason why they don't want to pay Dak Prescott now. I mean, listen, we showing him love. You know, we grieve with him. You know, we saying blessings to him and his family, but he is a mediocre quarterback.
He's not a mediocre
He's a
quarterback.
mediocre quarterback.
Wait.
They keep trying to put him up there with Pat, my homie, and Lamar Jackson, and he's not good.
Mediocre.
I'm not gonna say he ain't up there with Patty Mahomes.
He ain't up there.
Not
but
Pat,
he's not
not
mediocre.
Pat, my homies.
Hell
Not my
no.
homie. No.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, hold on. Q the party got something to say because he's a Cowboy fan.
Look,
That's what we talking
I'm
about.
gonna ask one question.
Oh boy, here we go.
If Dak Prescott is mediocre, what has all the quarterbacks that played for Miami Dolphins been? 15, 20 years.
He ain't got shit on Jay Fiedler. He ain't even got nothing on Jay Fiedler. And I knew he was trying to break it. Jay Fiedler.
What he do?
Yeah, more than Dak Prescott.
He won a playoff game?
Huh?
He won a playoff game?
Yeah, he won a playoff game. Matter of fact, Jay Fiedler won 2 playoff games.
When?
How many? Everybody keep talking about when, trying to repeat everything. How many playoff games Dak Prescott now won?
3.
And how many championships he now won?
9.
Zero.
So he bring exactly. He ain't win no damn championship. Y'all ain't win no damn championship.
Nothing.
Goddamn.
The
But
90s.
Listen, Hannibal.
No, 90s.
Wait, hold up.
91 win.
Hold up, Hannibal. First off, you need to figure out which team you can root for because you don't even know who your real squad is.
What the fuck you mean? I don't know who my real squad
Who's
is.
your squad? Who's your squad is? No, I ain't want him to say that. Yeah, exactly. Trash.
Shit.
Trash. They ain't never win nothing. So you have no business in this conversation
They
at
lost
all.
twice in the Super Bowl.
But your team
Dallas
trash.
and Miami got more prestige than the Atlanta Falcons. We all know for
Hey,
dog
what have
fighting.
you done for me lately?
Eugene Robinson buying hookers. That's all y'all know for.
Hey,
And
what have you
choking
done
in the
for me
Super
lately?
Bowl. That's
Hey,
all
what have
y'all
you done
know
for me
for.
lately?
That's all y'all know for.
Hey,
What have you done? They know we know for. They know we know
So hold on. So you can't talk to me.
We know.
This conversation between me and Q. How about that? Until your team gets some
Our record's
prestige.
gonna be better than yours.
Until your team gets
Our
some
record's gonna be better than
Until
yours.
your team gets some prestige, you see him. Our record will
You
be
couldn't
better. Our
let me
record
go.
will be better.
You
Our
couldn't
record will be
want
better.
to That's right. Atlantic City still
Atlanta ain't there. Hot wings. Hot wings at Atlantic City. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's all they got going on down there in Atlanta.
Hey, man,
That's all they got going on in Atlanta.
Yo,
real
we gotta ask Prime where his team is, man. Who's Prime team?
My team?
Yeah.
The Bucks, baby.
Oh,
The motherfucking Bucks.
10 packs. The 10 packs.
Hey,
The 10 packs.
y'all ain't gonna do shit this year. Y'all got Tom Brady and Grump.
Man, look, listen to me. Say this real fast.
Mike Evans got a
Say it real
hamstring
fast.
injury.
We gonna make the playoffs this year.
Bullshit. What? Y'all be
6 and
79.
10.
79.
The Bucks gonna make the playoffs.
Y'all be 79.
this
All
year.
right, I'm gonna say this. I'm a Saints
Tom
fan.
Brady gonna go down
We
and
run
like-
the South, and we're gonna
Man,
take the
fuck
South
the
again
Saints.
for 4th
I'm
year.
gonna say about it. I'm gonna say about
New
the
Orleans?
You already know what time
They
it
fucking
is.
suck.
We suck.
The offensive line.
We went 13-3.
That's why I
We
told
went
You wanna go to the
Right
game?
now.
You wanna go to the game?
I go
Going-
to the game.
Let's go to the
down
game.
there.
Hey,
Let's go to the game.
the offensive line for the Saints is not gonna block
Sir.
the Drew Brees no more.
I'm not trying to hear that.
They ain't gonna be
I'm not
rough
trying to
up
hear
by the end of the
I'm not
season.
trying to
You
hear
gotta
that.
run him out
I
so
be
much,
Rough
huh?
up by the end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Hey, Drew,
I'm
we
gonna say
still
this on the
remember when you said
I
it, Drew.
guarantee
We
12
still remember.
wins. 12. I guarantee 12.
12 wins?
I guarantee 12.
We beat y'all twice this year.
Man, delusional.
No, sir.
They beat y'all twice.
How old is Tom Brady?
Y'all want to get
How old is Tom Brady?
58 years old. He's 58 years old. Tom Brady gonna be hurt by
Y'all
the
got a
third
damn
year of the
senior
season.
citizen at quarterback.
Hey,
We gonna bang that boy up
hey,
this year, man.
Can he throw the fucking ball?
No.
Let's see. Since y'all finally decided to spend some money on the offensive line,
Let me
let's
rephrase
see
that.
if y'all can finally
Let me
block
rephrase
somebody.
that. Can he throw the ball better than Jameis Winston?
No.
Yeah.
No, he can't. No,
What
he
you
can't.
talking about?
Tom Brady.
If he deflate the balls, if he deflate the balls,
Tom Brady
Tom
got
Winston
a,
had like fucking 14 interceptions last
I'm
year.
gonna kill this.
Tom Brady got a noodle arm
Listen,
now, though. He's
I'm gonna kill
done.
this. I'm gonna kill this.
He's
This is what
washed.
we're trying to find out. You got to remember, Tom Brady was under the Bill Belichick wave for all his career.
yeah.
Let's see how he does
or was it the
without
quarterback?
system. Without the system, is he going to be successful?
Now, hold
That's
up
the
now.
question.
Wait a minute now.
Be honest.
Tom Brady good, but he's
Good.
old.
But Belichick made him great.
No.
Be honest.
Hey,
you
Tom Brady
come
been
on.
good since Michigan.
Let me tell you something.
Tom Brady been good in Michigan. Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
I want you to hear this.
No,
I want you to hear
he
this.
was good.
He was
I ain't
average.
saying great.
No,
He was
Let me
average.
tell you.
And no, I ain't gonna say average because he used to come in and win the games for you. They just average man with Drew Hansen. Drew Hansen started, and he should have never started.
You're right.
They let Drew Hansen start.
Players.
Yeah, they let Drew Hansen start
Drew Hansen.
because he said he wouldn't come to Michigan to play baseball if he didn't start in
You're
football.
right. You're
That's
right.
The only reason they let Drew
That's
Hansen
the only
start
reason why he started.
Tom Brady
And look
should
at
have
him. He
started
didn't
on
go
that
nowhere.
season.
Michigan-
He went to go
Michigan
play for the
gives up.
Cowboys, and he was horrible.
So Michigan gives up an opportunity to possibly win
Yeah, they
a
did.
title.
They did.
They
win.
did.
No, the hell they didn't.
Yeah, they did because Tom
listen,
Brady was at the come in and
I
win
said
games
title.
on.
A
Yeah.
title, a championship?
Yeah.
They won a championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Charlie Woodson.
Matter of fact, he won the Orange Bowl.
Yeah,
if I
with
wasn't
Charlie Woodson.
mistaken.
Remember Charlie Woodson and Heisman? The only
Yeah.
That was not Tom Brady era, though.
Yeah, he was with Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady had to come
Yes,
in
he
for
was.
Drew Hansen.
Tom
Because Drew
Brady-
Hansen been
Charlie
messing
Woodson on
up.
that same team. They been on the same team.
Drew Hinton been messing up.
Google that, Brown. You
I
Google
don't
that.
know, so I
Yeah,
can't
look
say.
that up.
You
But
Google that. I remember that.
I'm a see.
Like you always be
I'm
like, why
saying-
Tom Brady ain't starting?
Even though he was the reason why they possibly won that game or won the championship.
What?
Yeah, he was.
No,
He was
no.
throwing dimes.
No,
dog.
that was all about Charlie Woodson.
Yeah.
Charlie Woodson, the only reason why that boy won that
He
championship.
got hired.
No, I ain't gonna say Charles Wilson was the only reason they won the championship because he did come in throwing some dimes
Hold on, who got the Heisman
to stop the ball. He won the Heisman, but
Okay.
in that game they had to get Drew Hinton. The fuck out of here!
Yeah, he was horrible.
When Charlie Woodson on that field, dog, you couldn't do on that side, dog. Charles Woodson had that thing off down, dog.
There's a
But
reason.
if Tom Brady didn't come in, they wouldn't have been as successful on the offensive side, though.
So you trying to say
I'm just
who
saying.
was that quarterback for the Ravens when they won?
What's your
Oh,
Flacco?
no.
In the 2000s.
We not gonna disrespect Tom Brady like
We're not gonna do I'm gonna kill us
Hey,
though.
listen, I ain't made it in Trent Dover.
Listen. So
But that's what it sounds like to me,
the
though.
reason why I say the Belichick way is because when Tom Brady was out, when he got put out for that season,
Yeah.
Jimmy G.
that back exactly.
Not Jimmy G.
He was
Not
still
Matt Castle.
successful.
Matt Castle.
He was still
No, Jimmy G
successful.
too.
They didn't make the playoffs.
No.
They still won games without Tom Brady.
They still won 11-5
When Matt
with
Castle, they
Jimmy
went-
G.
Yeah, they went 11-5 with.
They didn't make the playoffs that year.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not, because we won the AFC East that
Oh
year.
yeah, y'all got
Yeah.
because Jimmy G get hurt and they had to go with
Now,
Brissett.
it wasn't Jimmy G, even Matt Castle.
But I'm saying even with
Matt
Jimmy G, they
Castle
still
went
get
to
like
the
a
playoffs
4 or 5
at least.
Matt Castle
Listen,
did
though.
not go
Yes,
to
he
the
did.
Belichick,
Look at it right
No,
now.
You can Google that shit, though.
He
Look at
did.
this though. Every
He
single
didn't, 'cause
quarterback
the
that
Jets and
Belichick
Miami was
put
better that
in
year.
for Tom Brady, they ended up going on to a different team and getting paid. Why? Because they did it the Belichick way.
Like who? What you talking about?
Matt Castle, Brissett, and your boy Jimmy G. All three of them got paid
Wait,
because of Belichick.
Okay, hold up. Calm down, cuz real quick. Let me roll it down. What Matt Castle at now?
He's nowhere, but
He on the sofa.
listen
Yeah.
though.
What's
Why?
Jacoby Brissett?
Look good.
What Jacoby Brissett at now?
He
about
wasn't
to-
with the Cowboys.
he about to be
he
a-
wasn't with the
Colts.
The Colts.
He on the sofa.
But
yeah.
listen though.
So what's
But
Jimmy G
he-
doing?
but
What's
listen,
Jimmy G doing?
He's with the 49ers.
Looking
He
for
took them
porn
to the
stars.
Super
Looking for
Bowl.
porn
He
stars.
took them to the
And
Super Bowl.
lost.
But
And
listen,
lost.
Super Bowl.
But
Yeah.
He was the hardest team.
Yeah.
but listen, when
all them other
Listen,
quarterbacks
when they-
trash.
yes,
It's trash.
but they weren't trash when they were doing it the Belichick
You gotta stick to the
way.
mic.
Jimmy G
That's
never
what I'm
even got a
trying to
chance to
tell
play.
you.
Jordan.
Like the mic though.
You
All I'm
applied.
trying to tell you is the Belichick
He went to
way.
the playoffs.
Matt Castle?
Yeah.
With who? New
But
England?
yeah.
See,
And that 1 year when the boys
Yeah.
that's what I'm
They
trying
been
to tell you.
he been 10-6.
No, I thought
I mean 11-5. They been
Jimmy G
11-5.
year you talking about?
Say what now?
Jimmy G year.
Yeah,
When they-
No, it wasn't Jimmy
Yes,
G.
it was. Because Jimmy G got hurt and Kobe Brissett.
They always
Kobe
talk-
Brissett had to come in
Listen,
and start.
man. Hold up, stop. Just listen to me for just a second.
Man.
No,
Just listen.
Now,
Y'all carry on about this shit all the
Now,
time.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We can carry on about this shit all night or whatever, but he did not make the playoffs.
Yes,
I
he
remember-
did.
Listen to me.
I'm looking at this shit
Hey,
right now.
Hey,
My phone. He
hey,
did.
man, T. Prince, we gotta move on now.
Okay,
Y'all
we gotta move
y'all
on.
want to talk about this shit
Let's
all
move
goddamn
on.
I'm looking
night,
at my
man.
phone. He made the playoffs.
Let's move on.
Let's move on now. We gotta move on.
All right, we gotta keep on
Yeah,
going.
like
keep
10
on
minutes of
going.
that shit, man.
All right, we gotta talk about goddamn the playoffs, NBA playoffs a little bit. We
Playoffs?
talk about the NFL, whatever playoffs you want to talk about. But talk about the NFL a little bit. Now, did we talk about how y'all felt about the Chiefs game and Titans game?
Oh, let me get it.
Chiefs and the Texans
Fuck the
game?
Yeah,
NFL.
Titans, the Titans.
Yeah.
Texans?
Whatever the fuck Titans got.
No, nigga, say it right. The Texans.
The Texans.
That's what I meant.
You mean the Oilers? The Oilers?
That's what I meant.
The old Oilers? The Texans?
Hey, I had it written down as Titans.
Hey, we got a handicap when we talking about sports.
Houston got that.
Huh?
Texas. But anyway. All
Yeah, the
right.
Oilers.
So at the beginning of the game, y'all see how they had the little shit at the beginning, and the boy booed them boys.
Racism still alive.
How y'all feel? How y'all think it was the Kansas City
Racist.
fans? That's the problem.
Racist?
So you know how the Texans stayed in for the Star Spangled Banger and the other Lift Every Voice. Y'all think that
Hey, hold on. Did
the
they really
Kansas
play
City?
that? Wait, hold on. Stop. Did they really play that?
Lift Every Voice and
You heard it? You
I
heard
didn't hear the Lift Every Voice.
So you don't know if they played it. I don't think.
Played it.
How you know that?
Because they said they played it.
So,
No, I seen the
because they said
video.
it was short?
I seen the video.
Come on,
They
man.
played
Did you hear that? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing
Come
that.
on, man.
But y'all think it's the Kansas City owners that made the team come up for that? Because we know the fans are racist.
No,
We know
I
fans
think the
are racist.
players really did make the decision to come out.
Fans
But
players
because
themselves.
they didn't. None of them looked like they were honoring. I ain't look at it, the whole thing.
Mhm.
Some of them were standing up or whatever. Some of
Yeah,
them were doing
kneeling
their own
and stuff.
thing.
Yeah, whatever.
But at the end of the day, it's the fans.
Fans. Yeah, okay. So, 'cause this shit was.
Because that's how Trump is the goddamn fan.
I thought it was fucked up that they booed them for doing a solidarity move. You know what I mean? I thought that was fucked up that them do that shit. So how y'all feel about football in general just being played?
Fuck the NFL.
Of course he gonna say that. Of course Rick's gonna say fuck the NFL.
I'm gonna say it like this again, like I said earlier. If the players not with it, that's the most powerful statement that can be made. Boycotting the NFL is not working.
Players are with it though. They playing.
Exactly.
So
If the players come out and say, because you got to think about it, it's 32 different owners
right.
to these teams. You got teams that come out there. You see, they got rid of the Texans owner.
Mm-hmm.
They got him out of there. The one that they can't get rid of is Jerry Jones.
He ain't going
They
nowhere.
got rid of one North Carolina too, though.
Yeah, North Carolina. They got rid of North Carolina.
And the Panthers.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jones ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Eventually he is.
When he died,
Yeah.
but otherwise he ain't going nowhere.
Hopefully Kobe get him.
He might be, other than Robert Kraft, he might be the most powerful damn owner in the damn league.
Man, ever since Robert Kraft did that shit with Meek Mills,
I would say Kraft.
Amongst them, he went down.
Yeah.
But he's still a powerful player.
yeah.
As far as the owner goes.
Kraft didn't even go down because
He got
But I'm just speaking. I'm speaking in general as far as
Yeah,
teams
right.
go.
And
Teams go in the NFL as far as their control over the players. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a good show of solidarity with the players. I didn't like the way the fans' response was. I didn't personally like it.
I hated it.
But all in all, the game was a good game. I thought it was a good game to
Yeah,
watch.
for Patty
But
Mahomes.
should we have watched the
No,
game?
you got to think the young brother from my LSU.
Oh yeah.
Coming out
It
there.
went Yeah. Hey,
That boy,
hey.
Yeah, that boy bad.
Hey.
That boy bad.
That boy like Ward Dunn out there.
that boy like 5'2". Yeah, the
Yeah,
line.
Run like a motherfucker.
Warren Dunn, Maurice Jones-Drew,
Yeah,
all them
yeah.
small
Hey,
little
he
bowling ball
wasn't
type of
taking
running
no
back.
big hits. Ward Dunn never took any big hits. That's why he lasted so long in the NFL.
He was better.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he was better
I
with
kinda
the
would've
Falcons
said-
than he was with the
I
Bucks.
kind of would have said
But,
Barry Sanders, but he ain't got that breakaway thing.
Wait, go ahead. What you
I
say?
said that's why Ward Dunn was better with the Falcons than he was with the Bucks.
Oh, fuck.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Fuck the
He never
Oh,
Hell
my
no,
God.
he was never better with the
right now,
Falcons.
man.
Fuck the Falcons.
Can we move along?
All right.
I'm gonna say that I disagree with how the fans reacted to the show of Unity.
Yeah.
I think the fans fuck white people.
Yeah, they're a bunch of cocksuckers up there in
Okay.
Kansas City, man. Straight up. So
Okay
yeah,
then.
that's how we really feel about it. Fuck them, boy, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
Because
man.
it ain't about the
Why?
national anthem or the flag and none of that bullshit. We know what time it is now.
They still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They still
yeah.
don't get it. That's the
Why
problem.
No.
Why
They
I
get
pay
it.
you hard earned money
They
to come
get
in
it,
and
cuz
do
I'm telling you, they
It's
get
true.
it. They don't give a shit about it.
That's true.
That's what it
true.
is.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You're gonna pay your money to come in and get a ticket,
Right.
And boo.
Because right after that, they've been cheering the boy on the fucking win.
yeah,
So you know what time it is. The boy wants you to shut the fuck up and run the ball.
Yeah.
So I already know how you feel. I ain't gonna ask you.
You goddamn
Y'all
right.
boy gonna watch the football season?
Hell no.
Despite how you know people may feel, do you gonna watch the game?
I'm gonna say that. Truthfully, I probably won't watch as much as I watched in the past. I might catch a game here and there. I really don't give a fuck.
You ain't gonna make it your point. to
It
watch the
depends.
game.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I really don't give a fuck.
Sunday, I probably
Locally-
will watch to see what's going on.
You ain't got no reason to watch.
Oh,
You ain't got no reason to watch. None. Zero.
Go ahead. Wait, Hannibal, go ahead. Go ahead.
5 and 11.
Wait a minute, goddamn. Go ahead, Hannibal.
oh shit!
I'm gonna choke him out when we get off. You know what I'm saying? No evidence.
Y'all hear that? He won't be physical with me. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'm
You
an
can
old
say
man.
Hannibal. Go ahead.
But now on the real though, I probably watched the first game. Man, I'm gonna play the Marvel Avengers video game.
You done bring out a video game.
I'm gonna play the Marvel Avengers video game. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Me personally, man, like I said, if the players stand up and say something, until they stand up and say something, ain't shit gonna change with NFL, dog.
I mean, me personally, while I would really love to watch football, and I'm not gonna act like I'm such an avid watcher, but I'm less inclined, like how Brown said, I'm less
How the hell
inclined
you
to watch.
got a favorite team?
Don't matter, favorite team or not.
Let's say
Favorite
why.
team or not, don't matter.
Let me add on to why I probably won't really watch for real, because I think right now COVID-19 showed us we need to be getting busy on putting some stuff together for ourselves, man.
True.
Building our own
That's
stuff
what I'm
up,
talking
man.
about.
So sitting there wasting time watching the fucking game, and I can be trying to work on a fucking business plan. Fuck it, I'm gonna work on something myself.
My whole deal is
That's right. I
there-
still got a book to write.
while I respect what the players may want to say versus what they want to do, as far as playing versus keeping up with, social justice and things like that. I'm less inclined to watch only because I feel like the players aren't in complete control. You know what I'm saying? Now they have the control, but they're not utilizing their ability to have control. And because of that, I really don't want to support. I don't want to support them doing support them making sure people can play just to play. You know what I'm saying? Without acknowledging, especially with the fans, the booing shit, that should turn me off. Like Rick said, like that should really turn me off about that. You know what I mean? I still watch some of the game, but moving forward, I don't think I'm gonna watch intently. I'm not gonna intently watch the games, man. So I agree with you, Brown, as far as I might catch it, but I'm not gonna be like, let me sit down and watch the game.
I'm gonna watch the game tomorrow, but as far as like just actively keeping up with the game like that, I'll check the highlights.
I do want to see the first Saints Bucks game. I do want to see that, to see how it go. But I don't really give a fuck as far as the season goes.
So you really ain't gonna ask me?
No, I already know you
We
feel.
already know.
No, you know what? Say what you want to say, Rex.
Fuck the NFL.
Rex, you've been saying that for the
I
last
already know
5
you was
years.
gonna say
dog.
this shit. So
Yeah, because they flam. They flam. I mean, the NFL got the worst CBA in sports, period. They treat them dudes like slaves, and it's ridiculous. I mean, you got to show respect to your people and your product, and they don't.
I agree,
Season
I agree.
after season after season after season, man. You know what time it is. They're not going to the point where they done devalue the running back, which has been a staple in the NFL for
that's true.
years.
That's very true.
The running back been a staple in the NFL for years.
He's
And the
still
reason
decent.
why the boy just crushed the running backs because most of them black and good. They know what time it is. Now they're trying to hype up these quarterbacks, which most of them shitty anyway. And you've seen a lot of bad football in the NFL any goddamn week. So no, I ain't watching them motherfuckers. They can kiss my ass.
He's watching tomorrow.
So can we find?
No
so,
chance.
So can we find you? If we find you, catch you watching the game?
You gonna find me if you catch me watching the game.
Yeah.
So let's say if I go to my homeboy Small's house and he happened to have the game on, I just walk in and I look at the TV.
Well, he gonna watch the
That don't count.
Redskins?
No. If you sit down and pay attention to
Can't
the
say that, man. Can't
TV,
say that.
you need to be fine.
Oh no.
Oh, my bad.
Well, then that's fine. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that. Because if I see it on TV, I'm gonna walk past.
If you boycott.
Okay.
Boycott.
That's what.
All I got to
I'm
say.
all in.
All I got to say.
All right, now.
I'm all in.
All I got to say about that Rex is, if I catch you watching them Dolphins, it's on.
Hey, we gonna say this right now, right here on Primarily Speaking. $5 every time you caught watching the game.
Cause
I'm
he
game.
never
I'm game.
ever cause he told me
I'm
said I ain't watching damn NBA. What he doing right now?
Watching the NBA.
Watch the NBA.
Right.
Shit.
Matter of fact, right now.
It's fantastic.
Right now. All right, fellas. All right, moving on from sports, man. We're gonna jump into politics real quick. I don't think we're gonna spend too much time on this.
Pay them people their $1,200.
So
Here we go.
So y'all see in California, it passed a law, SB 145, and this law does not force sex offenders to register as long as the victim is not more than 10 years younger than the offender himself.
Bullshit.
In California, they passed it. So what that means is that if a person is 24 years old and their partner is 16, then they won't be. They don't have to register as a sex offender if they get caught sleeping with that 16-year-old, which I think is complete bullshit.
Wait, so
You know what I'm
hold
saying?
up. You saying they gonna get charged with sexual misconduct?
They may get charged, but they don't have to register as a sex offender behind the charge.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think-
Like I told you earlier.
If that person is still in the high school, you getting arrested, man. I don't give a fuck about that.
Hey, they need to keep it the way it was. If you ain't 18,
Yeah.
all bets off.
Why the fuck are we trying to? First of all, why the
Perverts.
fuck are we trying to protect?
Well,
Fucking.
Pull up, Hannibal. Not us. Those pervs out there.
No, why
Yeah,
the
them
fuck is
people
the system
making
trying
policy.
to protect
Because-
goddamn pervs? They won't even protect black people from being treated unjustly. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, I can understand if it was someone who was caught peeing outside and you make them, you don't make them register as a sex offender because that's common fucking sense. It
You
wasn't
can't
nobody-
be charged. You
Yeah.
can't register as a sex offender if you caught peeing outside.
Yeah, I know
That's
somebody who
right.
done did like that. I know, and it's fucked up for him. Yeah.
Yeah, son, that's just real.
But
Yeah.
I agree with you because it don't. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to change because you know what they're doing is the people that say that they're the people that are labeled as pedophiles. I don't know, air quotes.
You talking about the TED Talk? The TED Talk.
Pedophiles. They saying that it's a condition that they suffer from, so they shouldn't be penalized from a mental condition that
So-
they have.
What kind of fucking mental condition is
no,
That
that?
they're
no.
attracted to young
No.
people.
It went deeper in that TED Talk. The TED Talk was talking about that is another sexual orientation.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
a sexual they call it a sexual orientation, to be attracted to young people.
Like
Yeah.
homosexual, heterosexual.
Yeah.
Yes, they're trying to categorize it in that same
Vein, yeah.
vein.
You a fucking predator, bitch. If you fucking prey on the goddamn young, you a fucking predator, bitch.
Thank
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this right now. Like I keep telling y'all, I don't give a fuck if I had a son. I got nieces, I got nephews, I got 3 daughters. You do anything to one of them, I'm fucking you up. And I'm going law-abiding citizen on your motherfucking
all
ass.
doing
goddamn.
something
Take
to
it got
y'all.
4.
Yeah.
Everybody, man.
Well, yeah.
Take it got 4 now, sir.
Yeah, I got 4. I got 4 now.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
that's straight bullshit. How you would even entertain the idea that it's okay at any level at all about doing anything with somebody underage. All right,
That's because you got a lot of pervs running shit and making policy now, dog.
Now-
That's
now-
why.
Look at Epstein.
I'm gonna say,
look at who he was
Jeffrey.
rubbing elbows with. The big motherfuckers in Hollywood, the people in politics, all the people that got a lot of money. And what the fuck these weird ass motherfuckers doing? They out here doing some bullshit, bro.
The thing about 45, what he said about the girlfriend or whatever who got caught, they finally arrested her. Oh man, I wish her the best. She been out here personally went out to these old ass men, these little young girls on the island. You know, Bill been down there. Bill
I'll be
Clinton
honest
been
though.
down there on the
I
island.
surprised
Chris
she
Tucker
ain't
name
dead
been on
yet.
the list.
Huh?
I surprised she ain't dead yet.
You know why she ain't dead
Cause she
yet?
know a lot.
You know why she ain't dead yet? Because I'm pretty sure she got a way of making sure that shit come out.
you
She
know,
better have a
you-
backup
you-
plan.
Y'all recognize they ain't say nothing else in the news about her in the past 3
Nothing.
weeks to a month.
Nothing
You hear
at
nothing else
all.
about that shit.
He been so quiet, dog.
Well, y'all
You
already know
what's
how the
happening.
news go. If it ain't hitting you up in your face, they don't even want nothing to do with it.
But I even
guarantee
think
she
with
won't
that
make it to trial.
situation, man, it's a lot of people that gonna get caught up in that. A lot of big name people that
Yeah.
gonna get caught
She
up in
won't
that.
make it
dog.
to
That's why
trial.
they're trying to make
You
it
heard
quiet.
the name I said was on that list. You got Chris Tucker on that list. I don't know how true that list is though. but-
She won't make it to trial,
wonder-
bro. I don't
I'm
believe
pretty
it. She
sure
won't make it
that-
to trial.
I'm pretty sure Clarence Thompson.
Say Clarence Thompson. Goddamn, Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, Thompson. I'm pretty sure his name on there. I'm pretty sure a lot of them Supreme Court justices.
Yeah, a lot of them
All
boys
on
on
that
that
thing.
list.
Oh yeah, just like the madam. Y'all heard about remember the madam from VA from DMV area?
Yeah.
And they found out about her, and then next thing you know, she said, "I'm moving to Florida," and all of a sudden she wound up dead.
It was like, what's the other one?
I'm just
What's
saying.
the website they had for the high class prostitutes that is out of Canada?
I don't know. I don't do
But-
with prostitutes.
They had an issue where I'm just saying it was a big ass story a couple years ago, but they had a story where the site got hacked The names were being.
Oh, that was the I know what you're talking about. Where married people used to go on too. I don't remember the name of the site, but I know what you're talking about.
So that was a big issue too, because they ended up shutting that site down for a while.
You ain't hear nothing else about that either.
What site?
I can't remember what it was, but it's,
I know. Yeah,
it's, high, it's a high class.
Yeah, it was a real popular site, but they shut all that shit down.
I think it's like Victoria something or some bullshit like that, man. But it's out of Canada. Though.
I am very much against this shit. This SB 145 in California, very much against.
We all are.
I don't see how it makes sense and how they even entertain the idea,
Right,
man. To
sure.
be honest, man. But that's how I feel about politics now. We all know that Trump has recently lied about the COVID-19 thing and the severity of it,
What
and how he
else is
downplayed
new?
it.
What else?
And he come out and said that he intentionally downplayed it, but then he turned around and said he didn't lie about it. Where the lie to the public was that in the recorded conversation, he said it's worse than the flu. He said that in the recorded thing. And then he came out to the public and said it's not better, it's not worse than the flu. The flu is worse. You know what I mean? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. That's a lie.
Let me come out and say something. So when someone comes out and says that they don't want to cause a panic, I understand that.
Me too.
Well, when someone comes out and usually says that they don't want the nation to suffer a panic, they usually have a plan in place so they can actively be working against whatever is gonna cause a panic.
Right.
In this case, this motherfucker,
Had no
Agent
plan.
Orange, or whatever you want to call him, he had no plan.
Nope.
He just said it's not that, and just let America go on as this. Now he got motherfuckers out here running around talking about we don't need no mask. What he caused was more than a panic. He caused chaos.
See
He
what you
caused
doing?
confusion
See what
and
you ain't
panic.
understanding?
Yeah.
Is that was his plan the whole time.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. I don't know why people just so surprised about the shit. This dude, how old he is? 74?
I don't
No,
know.
he like 76, 78.
76, something like that. He been doing this shit for
Asshole.
60-something years.
Yeah.
60-something years, dog. The same thing, the same MO the whole time, dog. He just don't give a fuck. The fact that he knew about this shit and he downplayed it to the point where the reason why he did that is so he wouldn't have no focus on the economy and how everything was getting fucked up. He didn't give a shit about saving people or helping people or nothing. He's the worst American president we fucking had, dog. And I talking about since Nixon and all them assholes, dog. He is the fucking
Amen.
worst. And I hope he catch a rash he can't reach and all the bad shit happen to him
Because you know
throughout his short life, dog.
You know what? How many depressions we done been up under this motherfucker?
Shit, two?
So let
Yeah.
me tell you something about this
Fucking
dude.
have two under one.
So how can you come out and say we have $2.5 trillion that wasn't touched that we want to give back to the American people, to the people that need it? If you want to just give that money to the people, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take all of the deliberation, all the talks between fat ass elephants and weird ass donkeys. It don't take all of
That's
that.
funny.
That's why we need to do away with the two-party system. It doesn't take all of that talk. If you say you want to do something for the people, you got this money that's allocated that's not going anywhere that you could give back to the people. You need to fix your system, do this, and the third, because you sent money to dead people for one thing.
Mm-hmm. No checks and balances on that
Ain't
part.
saying nothing. You know nothing. Hey,
They
just-
still got like over 100,000 some checks that still pending people that they still ain't got yet.
yeah.
Cause they bumbling fucking idiots,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Bumbling idiots.
So when you do all
they're
of
not
it-
idiots. They
doing
purposely
exactly
do
what
this
they wanna
shit.
do.
That
Yeah.
could be true. That's true.
They doing
doing
exactly
wanna
what they
do.
want. The last thing they want is for people of color and minorities to have financial security, dog. Because that's the best thing to have in this life.
I saw
If you don't
something-
have that, you can't do nothing. You can't travel. You can't get medical care. You can't get none of that, dog. If you ain't got no money like that, dog, you can't do shit.
I saw something
And they
that
know that.
says black families by year what 2050, their earnings will be zero.
Shit. I ain't see that report. Whoa.
Yeah, look it up.
Man.
I might be wrong on the year. It might be sooner than that.
Even with
And then by 2070 some Mexican people, their earnings will be See that?
even with the
No,
flip of the
because-
switch is that white Americans will become the minority, and I forget how many years, but they're
If
gonna
we
become the
fucking keep
minority.
killing
They
each other-
still gonna retain the majority of earnings.
So,
No, let's think
I
about
don't
how
know.
far ahead that they started.
so think about,
Think about it.
400 years.
think
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
think
we
about
know.
what you're talking about though when you said that the white people won't be the majority. So you talking about black,
People of color,
Hispanics,
yeah.
Asians, and all these other folks together, making them not the majority.
True.
They gonna be
The majority. Because they're gonna be the biggest collective group. And
Yeah,
if-
one group, yeah.
because Asians don't like black people.
Yeah, nope,
Mexicans don't. Hispanics don't like black people
nope.
as a whole.
But
Yeah,
it ain't even that. I mean, if you look at the population as a whole in the U.S., dog, what black people make 13% of
and
the
we,
population?
so we right now we're
13%,
probably
yeah.
I think right now we might be still be second,
Yeah,
but shit in 10 years
Mexicans gonna run us.
third.
right.
Yeah,
so
Mexicans gonna run.
how
We don't inflect.
or
We don't-
when
not an
are
influx.
white people gonna become the minority? And this,
Well,
they will
overall, as far as the collective people,
You know
what
of
they're
color,
saying is because the
Like
bloodlines of
Asians,
being-
Mexicans,
Yeah.
blacks,
It won't be like a pure
Indians, all them people, yeah,
pure
pure white, whatever the
Yeah,
case
yeah.
may be, yeah.
Man, y'all just ain't realize how them boy built this country, huh?
No, I believe
Okay,
it.
so
Number wise is collective, not individually speaking.
so you trying to ban all them boy together, Asians and everybody else?
Yeah. All people of
against
color.
Caucasians.
Yeah,
Because we
they-
are all
they-
minorities
they-
when you
minority-
look at it.
It would
minority.
still be at least 50 years before them boy become a minority.
I don't know.
If
I don't know what the time frame would be, but I think it'll
it won't
happen.
happen because all they do is import more.
Yeah,
Like it's always done.
yeah.
Yugoslavians, shit like that, Europeans.
And then,
25 brought one with him.
yeah, exactly.
His
So-
mom and daddy too. He brought one too.
You bring the whole family over. So
I mean,
for the hardest time, and that's all they want to do. They constantly want to keep power in this country. That's why this country was built.
yeah.
Just like that. They had to get away from England rules because they wanted their own rules. That's why they came over here and did all the shit that they
Yeah.
did.
And they were
They were-
diabolical when they went about all
They
that.
made their own
Exactly.
rules, and
And
that
let me
shit.
tell you something.
Hey, let me tell you something. That shit working.
Yeah. And then when
That shit is working for the
It's gonna
ass.
take a monumentous occasion to make that shit topple, dog. But the way they built that shit is better than the Roman Empire and all that shit.
I
Them boy
do-
done take all that shit from them playbooks and perfected that shit, dog.
I do agree that you know what I mean. They have perfected the way of them staying in control. They don't want to give up control. They have no. They don't have no roadmap for them to lose control. I don't think there's a roadmap for them to lose
And the
control.
thing is,
I
you
honestly
know,
believe
they
that.
created a caste system here in America that people don't even talk about.
No, they don't. But you know what? They've been getting on my girl Jamel Hill about bringing up the caste system. And I
Man,
been
they
like,
stay back
You gonna
to
jump
Jamel
too deep.
Hill.
yeah, I know,
You
I
wanna
know,
jump
but
too deep, but-
she stays fighting her, doing her thing, though. That's my girl, dog. So
It's
Another
it's-
Skip Bayless.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah, we ain't talk about that. We ain't talk about that in sports.
We did want to do.
Oh y'all did?
We
Oh my
did.
bad. Yeah, let me shut the fuck up then. Shut the fuck up. So moving on. I'm gonna say moving on.
here we go.
I'm gonna go to community because we gotta talk about this real fast. This happened here in North Charleston, South Carolina. A young lady was kicked out of a Star Beauty store. The Star Beauty is a store that
She was
sells
going to
like
buy
a lot
weave.
of hair products for black. This is mostly for black females. All kind of hair accessory, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna set it up. The young lady came into the store with no mask.
Mhm.
There was a sign posted that said masks are required. She did not wear a mask. The store owner asked her to put on a mask. Now, I'm gonna say from what I understand moving forward, the store owner asked her to put on the mask. She didn't immediately put it on. More conversation ensued. She eventually put it on, but there was some dialogue back and forth. And I think you might have to fill me in on the rest of this, Rex, because I don't remember the rest.
store, didn't it?
The rest of the
But
story.
she ain't tear up the store. But she did have a real vigorous conversation with the owner of the store. And you can see it like, because they got like two videos. One video is a lady taking a
Cell phone view.
cell phone view on her phone. But you can see the actual video from the store without sound.
Right.
And you can see the whole thing. And at first he asked her to put on the mask.
Mhm.
Now the thing about it that you got to think about, the sign on the door says mask required. She came in the store without a mask. She had her mask in her fucking pocket.
Immediately she's wrong because you're supposed to wear that shit. No,
Right.
Off top.
So
Go ahead.
after he asked her to put the mask on, she talking shit, of course. And let's just be real.
Because
we
in
know our
South
sisters-
Carolina, they have the right to refuse service to you if you do not comply with wearing a
Yeah,
mask.
you got to get the fuck
correct.
out. You got to get the fuck out. And you can tell she on the phone, and we all know how some sisters is when they're on the phone talking to these people. They talk that shit. They talk that
jumping
noise.
on that
I
life.
about that life and this, that, the dirt, blase, whatever. All I can say is I watched the video and I just watched the body motion. Now, exactly. Now, after she put the mask on, the young man goes back behind the counter and he doesn't bother her for a while. You can see her walking around the store, whatever. At some point, he goes up to her and asks her to leave. Now, only thing I can assume from that, while she been on the phone talking to her peoples, she been talking shit loudly in the store. So as she going out the store, well, no, before that, matter of fact, before that, the young man grabs his camera phone,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
and that's when she slapped the phone out of his hand. She walks toward the front, just totally trashes the kiosk, dog. Now his wife's standing by the kiosk, so he said he thought that she was trying to attack his wife, so that's why he gone up there and did what he did. He pushed her out the store and kicked her in the ass.
Yeah, kick
He
her
need
in
to
the
work
ass.
on his ninja kick.
He really got that on.
That frontal kick.
Yeah. Too strong.
Inaccurate.
Yeah. And he did that or whatever. Now the last thing about the whole thing is once the young lady got outside, she opened fire. She had a gun. Yeah. Oh yeah.
She let off a shot. Yeah, she
She
did.
pop off one.
Clearly, you can hear that shit.
My whole thing is this. You had everybody on Twitter, Facebook, and carrying on talking about, oh, well, he shouldn't have did this and he shouldn't have did that. She been the fucking catalyst of this shit.
So we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna ask, do y'all think he was right in not only kicking her out, but kicking her ass out?
Please ask me first. Please ask me first.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go first.
Yes, I would have kicked her in her ass. She would have been out my store. Listen, I'd have grabbed her by her britches and the top of her shirt and throw her out. Old school.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She'd have been out the door because you have no business going to these people's businesses acting a fool.
We're gonna
you
take
have to
this,
have some type of class.
We're gonna take
I
this.
want Hannibal go next.
We're gonna take this to church. I second that emotion. All in favor say aye.
Mhm.
I say I on that.
Hey, because look at it like this. You got a sign that saying you have to wear a mask in the store. First of all, you should have never walked in the store without the mask.
Right.
Two, the man asked you to put a mask on. Why are you being disrespectful to him? And cause let me say this. Let me back up and say this. At first, I saw the video and I was like, oh fuck. You need to shot there with them motherfuckers anyway.
Get that.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
And that's the
Walk out
immediate
that goddamn
reaction.
store.
Yeah. And that's the immediate reaction.
But
Same thing I had. Same thing I had.
Then I showed him the article.
Yeah, then I read the article. I went back on Facebook and I took back
Reading is
everything.
fundamental.
Yeah, I went back and took back everything that I said. Oh, fuck that bitch.
And the fucked up shit is, on the very same article that you put on Facebook, you got people on there, oh man, he was wrong for doing, he was doing this wrong with No.
So you agree? You agree she should have been
kicked
kicked out?
Man, I would have footed that.
Oh, I already know he would have did.
Man, I'd have kicked that motherfucker. Yo!
Going out the door.
I've been like your boy.
I'd have kicked that
I've been
bitch
like
like
your boy.
Shinobi.
What's his name? I've been like your boy Black Dynamite.
Sweet. Get him out of here. That shit makes no sense, man, to go around acting like that, man.
Let's take you back to this. One, COVID-19 has adversely affected people of color. And you walking out there with no fucking mask on, and these people still acting goddamn fool.
You just look like a fucking dumbass.
Right.
You look like what they trying to say we are.
But you know the thing about it, dog, the funniest thing, and like I keep saying, dog, she had her mask in her fucking pocket.
Yeah.
All you had to do was just be like,
Put the fucking
read the
mask
sign
on.
and be like, just put your mask on.
Because if you don't care about wearing a mask, why carry one?
Right.
Boy, no.
Right.
Why you carry it if you don't
like,
care?
Like, come on, man. You got to come to a point where people just grow up and start acting like adults.
Oh, man.
There's too many juveniles out there. And Prime, I tell you that a long time ago. The assholes we going to school with, they had a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And now the kids out there,
And
yeah.
a lot of them kids
I ain't
had
saying
kids
Exactly.
very early.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Twan, I want to get your take on this, Twan, real fast.
Problem
Why
with
jumping?
this situation is society itself. Like, I mean, you look at it like I hate to say it, minority. Like, I don't know why it is, but like black women in general, mainly, they feel like they have like an upper rising, like, oh, we don't have to do this because you should be afraid of us. That's the way that they look at things. Like, they go into stores, they go into places, and they act like if they have this mean and upside attitude towards you, you're supposed to just listen to what they say. She came in there thinking, it don't really matter. I'm about to come in here, do what I gotta do, spend the money, and then you're gonna take my money. That's what she was thinking. What she wasn't realizing is people are trying to abide by the rules. You read. I'm pretty sure you know how to read. Read the sign. Like you said, she had it in her pocket, but she chose not to put it on. Why? Because she wanted to go against what was being said to be done. And a lot of people are doing it. Just recently, I had a friend, his sister, she got into an argument with a guy in Family Dollar right on Rivers Avenue because the guy didn't want to wear a mask. She told him he had to leave. A mask, I'm sorry. And this man fought her because she told him to leave. All because he didn't want to wear a mask. Why?
My whole thing is that I hear what you're saying, but I think people have this mentality of I don't give a fuck. Like it don't even be as intricate as some high level thought process. It's just I don't give a fuck about your policy. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. And people think that I can, because my attitude is so broad and big, my attitude is gonna overcome your policy and say fuck you and I'm gonna win. And that just people got to get over that shit, man. For real. Like just because you got a big attitude and you willing to throw down and you about that life don't make you right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true. Like just who gives a fuck that you boisterous and you willing to fight and you willing to throw down? That's one thing. All right, that shit work in some situations, but this ain't about that. This is about health reasons. This is about following the guidelines that keeping people safe. And who gives a fuck if you can fight? It don't matter.
Exactly.
You being able to fight don't fucking matter. You have to be a person that is willing to follow the fucking rules to keep everybody safe. It's about keeping people safe. It ain't about your right to say, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what killed me personally, and I hate to say it, about us black folk. We have this mentality that I don't give a fuck how I feel means more than what you want to say. And that doesn't make it right. Just because you loud and you can overcome somebody doesn't make you right. Doesn't mean you're right. You know what I'm saying? Or it's the right thing to do, man. Like, goddamn, wear the fucking mask, man. Just wear the fucking mask.
That's it.
It's not that fucking hard of a thing.
And at the end of the day, they can refuse your service. That's it.
And that's
then
it.
you pass out.
And they refuse your service. Okay, go somewhere the fuck else. That's it. That's it. You can't say I want to shop here. You gotta let me shop here. No, motherfucker, just go take your ass somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
The whole situation could have been not even happened if she had just put the mask on.
And that's it. Like Rex had said earlier, you had the mask with you.
Exactly.
Then that means you have some thought about wearing it.
Exactly.
Just fucking put it on.
So you put it on somewhere else. I'm pretty sure. You ain't got it in your pocket for nothing.
Like, come on,
So,
man. This shit is just ridiculous.
Just put it on.
I agree with all y'all boys as far as they should have kicked her out. Yeah, they should have kicked her ass the fuck out. Because,
Yeah.
And I was on the same thing. Like, what? No, he kicked her in the ass. Oh, fuck that,
When
man.
I read
Shut that shop down.
When I read everything that happened and not just going by the video, I was like, oh yeah.
Nah, chick, you wrong. You wrong.
wrong.
You wrong. Point blank period. You wrong, man. They have to own up to that shit. You have to acknowledge the fact that, hey, you just wrong. Period.
Exactly.
You know-
It's not even about race. It's just about respect. Like I'm trying to look out for the other people that's in here and their health and my health.
Wrong is wrong. I don't care what level it's on, man. Wrong is wrong, man. You got to be able to acknowledge
when
that,
I
man.
first heard about it, I'm at work and the guy's like, oh man, lady got into it with one of the people at the hair place or whatever, and they didn't even read the full facts, and that's what's wrong with a lot of subjects nowadays because the whole race card is being pulled on everything nowadays. You don't know the full facts. The man wasn't looking at race; he was looking at just health-wise and the whole COVID-19 situation.
Well, actually, he was trying to protect his wife too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She
that's
went
true.
over
Yeah,
about
yeah.
But that's why he attacked her because he thought. You know what I'm saying?
So
It did look like she was going after the wife.
yeah,
Right,
so it's
right.
like you were wrong.
I don't
in the
blame him
end.
for that.
Like,
I don't blame him for
100%
that.
wrong
You know what
because
I mean?
I'm gonna look out for my family regardless of what the situation is.
Because originally I was like, I don't care if she had knocked down the kiosk thing. That was wrong for kicking her in the ass. That wasn't something he was needed to do. He should have called the police, blah, blah, blah. But if he thought that she was attacking his wife, okay, I understand that.
Mhm.
Now, he's still wrong in the end. He's still wrong because she wasn't attacking his wife. He shouldn't have kicked her. I still think he shouldn't have kicked her in the ass. However, she should have still worn the mask and not caused that much of a commotion behind somebody just asking her to put the mask on. You know what I mean? All that could have been avoided if she just put the fucking mask on, which you already had from the get-go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, man, I think we all in the same consensus as far as what that goes. And I think, I think he was in the right, man. Now, I would say he still owes her an apology for kicking her because what he thought wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So he needs to apologize in some fashion about kicking her.
Yeah, that could have
He
been
need to
dealt a
apologize
little
in
bit
some
differently.
fashion. I would have kicked her out as well.
Yeah.
Just not actually physically kicked her in the ass.
Exactly.
But I think he still owe her an apology because what he thought wasn't the case, and in reality, he was still wrong for kicking her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he had a good premise for it around whatever case may be. And you get them boy in here real quick, man, because we're gonna wrap this thing up. We're about to move on to sit your ass down and make sure we close this motherfucking shit out right, because I think there's a few people who need to be on sit your ass down. Cause I think we're gonna do this thing collectively. Actually, we're gonna do this collectively, fellas. I think
We about to do
consensus.
collectively.
We moving in to sit your ass down, and
Oh boy.
I think there's several people that deserve the sit your ass down award, and
You got to get them boys some honorable mention in.
I'm gonna start off first.
Let's just go around. We're just gonna name the
Go
names
around?
first.
All right, I'm gonna start off with Skip Bayless. I think Skip Bayless definitely need to sit his ass the fuck down.
Yeah, he do need to say his insensitive ass the fuck
You know what I
down.
mean? Because he don't understand the intricacies when it comes to mental health and things like that. And what he said was completely off base.
I don't think that fact that he don't understand. He just don't give a shit.
Could be. So fuck it.
Skip Bill is one of them dudes, and you got to actually watch him and see him and hear him talk. With how he did Kerry Champion and Jamel Hill,
Yeah.
he's a fucking dirtbag. He's a slob.
Yeah. Fuck
Square
Skip
brother,
Bayless.
dog. Yeah, he's an all-time fuck off, dog.
Fuck him.
And Troy Aikman's still looking for his ass.
All right, he gonna have another cowboy after him. Go ahead, Rex. Who's next on the sit your ass down?
Well, I mean, we always got a collective, but for this week right here, oh man,
Who was it?
I
Trump. When we talk about
yeah, and I didn't want to say it because I don't like to talk about him on the show, but we got to put Trump in there, dog, because I mean he just lying his ass off, dog.
lying ass motherfucker.
You know,
And
talk
it's-
about he's
we
down
got
for this
proof.
shit. Yeah, we got proof. We got audio proof.
For
I
two
don't know
things.
how he think Bob Woodward. I don't know why he thought we would have charmed Bob Woodward to the point where he been like, well, he gonna change the story for me. Bob Woodward gonna always report the shit real and true.
True.
So
And you let him record you?
right.
And he know it. And he know it. Being
Ask for it. So yeah, he definitely got to sit his
Hell yeah.
orange ass the
The
fuck
two
down.
things: the statement on the military, on veterans,
And that's even the
and
number
his
one.
statement on the his line on the pandemic situation. So, anything else, Hannibal?
Supervisors at the VA.
We already know he's gonna bring that up.
Hannibal is upset with this.
I think he mad. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm mad because all they had to do was put your name in. It's people who working from home who getting a goddamn bonus right now. All they had to do is put your name on the award slip, and everybody gets paid. I worked the whole motherfucking COVID shit going in the goddamn hospital, and I ain't get no fucking bonus.
I'm telling you.
Bitch, you can kiss.
This shit was guaranteed.
Kiss my motherfucking ass.
I'm gonna use one of Ron's Boston Pistons fans, right? The Detroit Pistons fans, right? The shit was guaranteed.
Yeah. Bro, all you had to do was put
Guaranteed.
my name. You could have put everybody's name in. You
That
got
was-
people who working from home who getting the fucking bonus because all they supervisor was like, oh, I want to make sure you get paid. It was put out there for us to get paid.
That's some mean shit, dog.
Yeah, the VA had like 20.
Y'all ain't kissed it.
The VA had like $25 billion they got from the COVID-19 that they didn't even touch and spend it all. So they was like, we got to find a way to spend this fucking money. We're giving out awards. Who's working on the pandemic or whatever, we get out awards, we get out money. Fuck it, let's get it. And all you had to do was they just type the name on the fucking on the award form, send that shit in. It's
You
getting
could
signed
send
off by
it in
every
group.
fucking
Simple.
And
Simple.
what's
You
it?
could send it in
Straight there.
collectively.
And what's it? All you had to do was.
and we talking about between.
He lady
Let me
frustration
tell you what
on
we're
that
talking about.
one.
Now. We're talking
Now,
about
listen
between
to what you talking about now.
$1,000 to $3,500. So anywhere between $1,000 and $3,500, that was guaranteed that you get it. So your name
Now you see why I'm mad?
All he had to do was.
But you know the
Cheat.
but the fucked up thing
With a-
about that
with a-
is,
Whatever the fuck.
yeah,
With a
and-
wicked white ass.
yeah, exactly. And we know she white. We know she white. You know, and that's the fucked up thing. And that goes
Oh,
back
that
to what we
shit
were
was
talking about
funny.
a little while ago. They don't want to see people, minorities and people like that, getting that type of money because they don't want them to have any type of financial security.
Oh, it's
dog.
heads roll. It's heads rolling.
I mean,
In my work
Motherfuckers was
situation,
mad,
man.
huh?
No. I was mad. Mother was trying to tell me, well,
Tell you to calm
you,
down.
you don't see patients.
Nobody was serious.
Nobody was seeing patients. Y'all just go with getting fucked. No, but like this, bitch, you can sit your ass down. These
Yeah,
fools
yeah.
just get fucked over.
Tell them, yeah, tell them what you have, boy, yeah.
Add him to the list. Goddamn.
Put him on
My
the
coworkers,
list.
they can sit their ass down too. Fuck it. Yeah.
Damn right.
So I'm gonna add somebody to the list, man, of the
Who's
sit your
that?
ass down.
What you get?
He's the chief of police from Rochester, New York, Ron Singletary.
What you did?
He,
Oh, yeah.
he oversaw the the guy who got the mental health issue with the family called the cops or whatever.
Right.
The cops in there putting the spit.
Oh, the
mask,
spit
whatever,
Split hood on
the
us.
hood,
Yeah.
yeah.
making them dying or whatever from the shit or whatever.
Right.
So this shit happened back in March. So from March until now, he been sitting there holding his hand on this shit instead of this his officers get some training out there, putting that on,
Pussy ass nigga.
and they been a black guy.
Yeah. You
Pussy ass nigga.
PAN.
And so he got to retire after 30 motherfucking years versus getting
Pan
fired.
ass nigga.
But yeah, fuck Ron Singletary, and then I'm gonna add honorable mention to young Jessica Krug, who's been attending
Krug.
a black lady for the last 8 years.
No, what's the name?
That's right.
Jess
I was
Yellow
about to
Bella
say.
Sora. Where the
Yeah.
fuck the hell?
Alabama, yeah. Listen,
La bamba. Hey.
She pick a fucking Hispanic name for a black nigga.
I can't believe she tried to get away with that shit for all
But son,
these years,
she
dog.
was
Listen,
getting away with it until I think a student called out or something like that.
Hey, what's worse?
A student
Her
called
or
out.
the motherfuckers that believed?
right.
So a student called it.
Exactly.
She started in 2012 when she was at Georgetown. First got to Georgetown.
Oh,
2012.
shit.
Running around pretending to be black. And it went into like a group of students over years like, man, can't be right.
Yeah. That was suspect.
So when she called her out, she was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and admit it that I've been perpetrating for the last
Hey, did
8
they
years.
23 and me her?
No. Like she was telling different stories to people, so it would add up. So
Yeah.
like the students who took classes with her were like talking about like, man, you know this story, she said this, whatever. And they finally called out about the shit, whatever. So she was like, I would confess and just say, yeah, I've been lying for the last 8 years about my nationality, my race, and I'm really a white woman.
That's a goddamn shame. dog.
Motherfucker
I mean,
shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
And you know the thing about it? Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly. That's how
Exactly.
you go down.
All them sit your ass down. Every single last one of them needed to be on that motherfucker.
Can we say it simultaneously? We can break this thing down. 1, 2, 3.
Sit your ass down, baby. God damn it, man. Hey. You know what? That's what it is, man. That's how we do them, primarily speaking, man. We call the motherfuckers out, man.
Yeah,
To
we
put them in the
put
exact
them
place
to
they need to
ass,
be.
Yeah.
Put them in their fucking places, man.
Hey,
That,
man,
that was good, man. That was good, fellas.
before we shut it down, man, can we give a shout out to our boy, Chris Savage,
Chris
who
Savage
made
in
a
the
guest
building.
appearance.
In the motherfucking
Come on,
building.
Chris Savage, get on the mic,
Quiet.
man.
Get him on the camera. Get him
on,
on the
man.
camera.
You
Get
gotta
him
say
over here.
something.
Get him over here. Come on over here. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear
Come
you.
on, man. We gotta get you on the mic.
No, come on over here.
This is Weekenders weekend.
Goddamn it.
Man, it's the weekenders.
Damn it, Smalls.
Hey, Rex, gotta say it, man.
Well,
Weekenders assemble.
Weekenders assemble.
hey, at the very least, then I gotta give a shout out to my little bro, man, Tom, for joining us on the show today, man.
Cause
Thank you, bruh, for coming through, dropping your knowledge on our special sports
fucking
section.
Aints fan.
Nah, cause them boy better than Atlanta. That's why you made
You
it.
got something you want to say to the people real fast?
Hey man, it ain't nothing but love and peace. But hey, don't ever disrespect the Saints. We run the South, and we gonna continue to run the South.
Respect your elders, boy.
We got some of the best players to ever play the game.
Put my bet on.
Yeah.
All right,
When y'all win the Super Bowl, then you can come talk to us.
Oh shit!
We still
Oh
They gave y'all that shit.
Bird.
They gave y'all.
we one of the
Shit.
best teams to ever play the game. One of the best.
They gave y'all.
I think he meant that.
Ooh.
No, they gave y'all that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean,
Drew
you can't
Brees
deny
was the
that.
best quarterback until he opened his mouth up over the summer.
All right.
The guarantee.
I concur.
Hey, remember I said this.
Affirmative.
He gonna be hurt for the season. He gonna get hurt this season. Remember I said
They
that.
going to ride Taysom Hill.
Remember
I
I said that.
guarantee 12 wins.
All right, man, fellas. This was a great show, man. Great fellas. It's what they call it? Reunion show live in person. You know what I'm saying? Back in the Chuck, baby. As always, man. Primarily speaking up in the motherfucking building. Weekend is in the building. Man, great show, fellas. Anything else y'all boy want to say? Close out.
I want to close out by giving a big shout out to Naomi Osaka. She's the future of tennis.
Yeah.
She just won the U.S. Open final.
Yeah.
She holding it down, and even though they keep talking about Serena lost, and even though they try to rank her as Japanese,
she is black.
She is a black woman. She said it herself. She said, "I recognize as a black woman."
Black
She's
baby.
holding it down for us, though.
I love it.
Thank God for that young lady and prosperous future for her.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
want to give a shout out to everybody in this room.
That's what's up.
I want to thank y'all guys. I know, you know what? I want to apologize for trying to tell him, fuck you, nigga. I want to apologize to him for telling him that.
I was
Because
gonna bring it up too.
He did not call me a cool. Oh,
There's some cools in this house. There's some cools in this house.
yeah.
You see him?
He did not call me a cool. I want to apologize for telling him. Fuck
That's
you.
what's up.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
what's up.
That was a.
That happened the most hilarious situation on the show.
Hey, y'all
ever,
see,
dog. Listen.
I did not come back to shoot the man, to fight the man, and all that shit. We talked about it like two civilized adults. You know what I'm saying? And we good. You know what I'm saying? That's my
That's
brother.
what primary
You know what I'm saying?
speaking is all about, baby. We men over here. We men over here.
My final shout out is gonna be to Ice Cube for bringing up that contract with Black America, man.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Man,
and I want to say thank you to Brown for sharing that because I did not know they had a website that listed everything. So I read it and I read everything. And thank you for sharing that too,
Yeah.
man, brother.
If you haven't seen it, man, go out and check it out. Contract with Black America.
Yes, check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
read it thoroughly.
Good information. Good information. Just look up Black Contract for America.
Contract with Black America.
Contract for Black America. Yeah, just look it up. Google it. Goddamn it.
No doubt.
I want to give a quick shout out to South Carolina. We always be bad on the totem pole when it comes to a lot of shit, but fuck that. South Carolina is the motherfucking shit, man. Born and raised up in this motherfucker, and I love my state, man. I love my state. I love my city, Charleston. Represent to the fullest.
Downtown Charleston.
Even though I
Let's make it
reside in
clear.
Metro.
Let's make that clear.
DT, baby.
Yeah.
DT. Even though
Yeah.
I reside in
Because
Metro.
everybody else won't be affiliated, but only one certain motherfuckers from downtown.
My
dog. We
first
live
love
like
is downtown Charleston, the drive
Yeah, right.
specifically. What? But I had to give a shout out for that, man. So the drive, what do you say, D4L, man, for life, man. The drive for life, man. But yeah,
That's right.
that's our show, man. That's our show for primarily speaking. This week, and y'all both gonna give y'all handles before I close it out.
Man,
Handles.
fuck them handles.
Okay. Well, all right then.
Y'all know who we are right now. She got
Boy said no handles, no
All right,
handles.
yeah,
none of that.
yeah,
Y'all know who we are right now.
this might be the first show everybody listen to.
You want some
Anybody
handles?
listen to?
Kiss that Tim Hardaway crossover, motherfucker.
Oh shit! Goddamn. Well, I will say y'all can catch me on primarily speaking Facebook, Instagram, also YouTube and Twitter. PRIMERILY speaking, no spaces, underscores, or dashes. Holla at your folk, man. This has been primarily speaking the latest episode. We up out this bitch.
That's right, baby. It's Hannibal Vanderbilt, the
Peace.
down south Georgia boy, telling y'all peace the fuck out. Deuces 229, motherfuckers.
You.
Lakers